This is Chapter 5 of Phandelver and Below, and picks up where the original starter set left off, with your characters returning to Phandalin after having successfully cleared out Wave Echo Cave of all dangers. And now that Wave Echo Cave is cleared out, the Gundren brothers, the two that are remaining, will start up operations there, and you guys get a cut of those operations, having helped them clear them out. You're returning to Phandalin, Phandalin, just to kind of wrap up any loose ends you have. We'll do some real quick character intros. I want you to think of, what your next goals are, what you might be doing in Phandalin, but you don't have to announce that now. You can think of it and announce it sometime later. So for your characters, just think about, or just announce, your name and your classes, and real quick, short interview. Start with Aldo. Go ahead, Aldo.
Aldo is Aldo Barnswiggle is a mountain dwarf divine soul sorcerer who is just really trying to find the best. He's a chef. He's just trying to go out and experience the world and try to find all the ingredients to make the best meal there is out there. He's just loves cooking up food and finding new tastes.
So Aldo wasn't involved in the original adventures of the group, so Aldo has arrived in Phandalin ahead of the group, and Aldo's probably checking out the main tavern here, see if they need any employment, or see if you can pick up any new recipes or such. So I'm going to move you into the Stone Hill Inn and Tavern for the start of the adventure.
What was Aldo's last name?
Barnswiggle.
Barnswiggle?
Barnswiggle.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard.
Waterdeep Barnswiggles.
Yeah. Oh, no, not my family. Don't bring up those Barnswiggles. No.
Next, we got Califon.
All right. Well, Califon is a monk from the peninsula of Chult, Aarakocra, who's actually an avid brewer, whose only reason to be here is to seek out new ingredients like meads and grains. So, although he is clearly striking up a very
you actually haven't met Aldo yet. You'll meet him a little bit into the adventure.
Excited to meet.
But it's going to be great.
It's going to be a good.
That is Califon.
Gimbal, go ahead.
Sorry, just go back. Gimbal is a auto gnome. Or
you're cutting in and out, Josh. Maybe the mic's far away from you.
More commonly known in the Forgotten Realms, a Gonsman. Kicked off my Wi-Fi. Hold on one second. Let me just fix that real fast. For some reason, my Wi-Fi wants to keep disconnecting from my devices. Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
It seems more consistent.
So Gimbal is a auto gnome, or as they're more commonly known, the Forgotten Realms, a Gonsman. He is an artificer. He lost his memory, so he doesn't know much other than the fact that the name Gimbal was carved on his chassis, most likely a reference to his creator, the infamous bard rogue adventurer who single-handedly defeated Takhisis, the Dragon Queen. He's just trying to follow in those great footsteps.
After Gimbal, Jeff.
Jeff the Goblin is, you guessed it, a goblin. He's a battlemaster fighter. He was freed by his new friends from a indentured servitude type situation, so he just kind of is sticking close by their sides out of a feeling of debt.
Loam is a ranger or elf raised in the woods without much contact with the wider world, and now he's trying to find his way in that big land.
And Titus will be new to the group, having not been adventuring with Titus. Go ahead.
So Titus is actually from the Outlands in this strange place near Sigil, but has decided to explore some of the prime material planes that the multiverse has to offer by coming down to this place called Toril, something like that. But will be Titus is a fire genasi that is a 5th level wildfire druid, and will be summoning their wildfire spirit companion to assist them in times of need. But I guess he is a kind of more effeminate and so refers to themselves usually in the third person as Titus or we. It's kind of strange, but yeah, mechanically the 5th level wildfire druid Genasi,
Okay.
Titus.
So Titus had been told about a druid or a ranger here named Edermath who owned an orchard in the area, and you had come to visit and see how they were doing. And so you'll be starting basically by the door to their home, which is right.
Sounds good.
And have that. Let me know if you can control that fire spirit. I think you can.
I can, and we'll just put it off to the side because, of course, it doesn't come into existence until I summon it.
Very good. Okay. Then the four of you, having returned, you said goodbyes to Sildar. Sildar is heading back to Waterdeep, and so you're heading back to visit all the villagers here, and basically, make sure you have provisions and such set up for the Gundren brothers and contacts and information for them to get a hold of you for your, future adventures if you travel anywhere else. As you're coming into Phandalin, you guys right here, you note ahead of you an individual, a dwarf, it looks like. She's walking away from you toward the village, and you can see that she's clad in blue robes. You see that her forearms are marked with tattoos in white ink, and slung across her back is a leather satchel brimming with books and scrolls and other implements. She's moving along basically unknowingly through an ambush that you all spot. You see, waiting in ambush there by the wall, goblins, and they're about to basically launch their ambush when you spot them. So, the four of you can roll initiative, please. Jeff, these don't look like any goblins from the Cragmaw tribes that you recognize. And in fact, one of these goblins is much different than the others. He has an elongated head, and crackling psychic energy is kind of brimming around his fists. And you spot one more like him emerging from the low stone wall to the other side of the opening into the town. This dwarf is unaware that they're about to launch their attack on initiatives. Okay, at the same time that that's happening, over here at the Edermath Orchard, our friendly druid Titus, you had knocked on the door, no one answered. Edermath must not be home. But then you heard a voice in your head in very poor common, but maybe you're not that great at speaking common, so you don't know how the people here on Toril speak. And this voice in your head, it said, the house, what did it say? The owner is gone. You are not allowed in. Flee this area. And the same time that you hear that, go to make a perception check.
All right. That would be a 17.
17. Okay. You find this highly odd. At the same time, you look around and you see kind of peering at you through the trees, trying to hide behind a trunk over there in the orchard, one goblin. This goblin is very strange looking, elongated skull, crackling energy around its fists. That's probably why you spotted it. And you can decide how you want to act first. Go to roll initiative, but you're going to go before him. I'm going to roll his initiative, and he's going to be after you.
Okay. And
I'll add your token to the initiative.
Gotcha. So that would be a 11.
Okay, and he's going to come in at. Okay, then last but not least, our good friend Aldo. So Aldo, you see the door open, and you see a woman backing into the place. She's backing into the Stonehill Inn, and you see that there are a couple children kind of like pushing up against her and grabbing at her. And you know these aren't children. These are pretty badly disguised goblins trying to masquerade as children. And there's two of them, and they're trying to grab her and drag her back out of the inn. So go ahead and roll initiative for Aldo. 17, okay. And these two goblins are going to roll their initiative normally because they're going to be acting to grab her and drag her. Here we go. So all this is kind of coming to a head all at the same time. And the first person amongst all these groups to act is Jeff. So Jeff, you see that dwarven woman about to be waylaid by goblins. What do you want to do?
Yell out some kind of warning.
Okay.
And
I should note the time of day. It's getting near dark. It's dusk, actually. The sun is just set behind the mountains. Well, actually, there's not any mountains to the west. Set below the horizon to the west. And so it's kind of twilight right now. You shout a warning, and then what else?
Yeah, shout a warning and tell her to run, I guess. And then move back up here. Oops. Now, can I move one off of the map so I can hide out of sight and then move back to this?
Oh, behind that building?
spot?
Yeah. Yeah, you can run
Yeah.
behind the building.
So I'll step off, I guess, and then bonus action hide. Exactly.
You are well hidden.
Okay, and then step here. So I'm still kind of hidden by that wall. And attack. I'm guessing this guy is the psychic energy guy down south.
Definitely.
Correctly. So.
Definitely.
And then take some pop shots at him. Oh no! Oh, but I'm hidden, right?
Yep, that one hit.
So that would be 28 for 6.
Okay.
And then take another one. 27 for 6. Man, not great shots.
Okay. After you comes the first of the brawlers. And it is the brawler that's going to rush to grab the girl, but as soon as he sees your group there and saw the arrows coming after your group and he sees Loam there, he turns and rushes toward you, screaming crazily as if to try and drive you away. 5, 6. Who's there? Screaming crazily. He tries to shove Loam with a telekinetic shove. Loam, 13 strength check. You get knocked prone by that. Okay, so Loam hits the deck, knocked back down into the dirt, and then this guy's ends his screaming, ready like in a defensive stance, a defensive martial arts stance to attack should anyone approach him. Then next to go is one of the regular goblins. This regular goblin is going to rush towards the group. Oh no. He just takes up a position in the trees there and takes a short bow and fires back at Jeff. But that's only a 9-inch Jeff, so it flies high, no problem. Aldo, you see the woman being grasped at by the goblins to try and drag her back out of this Stonehill Inn. The woman's a regular commoner, not one of the inn patrons or inn owners. The inn owner, though, you can see Torin, the Toblin Stonehill, and his wife, Trilena Stonehill, are there in the inn, and they say, "Can you help her?" Towards you, Aldo. And what do you want to do? You're muted.
That is correct. My apologies. Hey, these people need to be. Your people got to be safe in the restaurant. I'm gonna step forward and can I get through, barge through the doorway?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can move through her space and to the west there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that and end up right there, where I'm gonna pull out my cleaver and I'm going to say, hey, get your hands off the lady.
So they stop grasping at her, and now they're like pulling back a fist to lay a really heavy punch on you. But of course, you're first.
Excellent. I'm gonna take a swipe at them with my short sword cleaver with the green flame blade.
Okay, nice
feature.
That's a hit.
Excellent.
The one due south or the one southeast?
I'm hitting the one due south.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna slap the green flame blade addition to it. So that would be, I guess, 1 more damage for the one that I hit is going to take a D8. And the second one is my spellcasting modifier. So that would be my spellcasting modifier is +3.
All right. So 3 to the one to the southeast?
Correct.
Got it.
And 6 to the one, or 1 fire damage to the one.
Got it.
And then I'm going to bonus action pull out a blueberry muffin spiritual weapon and have that fly at the one to the southeast here with a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that's
for 11 blueberry muffin damage.
Got it. Telephon, your turn. You got 2 goblins on the trees shooting bows at you. One ready to fight if you come at him.
I will step forward and step in front of my unfeathered friend. I will scream out something equally as impressive and pull my bow, which I've been just fiddling with the whole time, and I will go with the one that's already hurt. Or do the ones with the bows have cover?
Not really, no.
Okay, I'll just hit them. So I will start the middle one, and I'll hit him with the bow.
That's a
I will
miss.
not hit him with the bow. And then I'll pull the arrow that's fletched with my own feathers, and I'll fire that one and hit. 16
That's a hit.
for 13.
13. You impale him. He slumps down dead in the trees.
I'll take a free action to spin in place and look very menacing.
Okay. Now we got another one of the brawlers going.
That's next to
This is the
Aldo.
one by Aldo. So this brawler by Aldo is first going to try and shove you down to the ground, Aldo, with a telekinetic shove. 13 strength check to negate that.
Okay. That's not going to do it.
No, Aldo goes down prone. Then he's going to pummel you with a multi-attack, unarmed strike. Number 1 is a 17. Does that hit you?
A 17 is going to hit me.
Does 6 bludgeoning and 5 psychic damage to you.
Oof.
Then he swings
Okay.
again. That one's only a 12.
All right.
12 miss you, I assume.
Well, I was going to miss. I'm 16
Okay,
armor class.
then the dwarf woman. She's surprised this round. Titus. So, Titus, this is a situation. You hear some conflict happening down the road behind you. You heard someone shout out a warning shout. You know there's this guy. You can see. Can you see that? What's going on down there? Yeah, you can see that there's goblins fighting down there, attacking a party of adventurers, it looks like. And now there's this goblin spying you from the trees, and you hear a voice in your head saying that the house is empty. Go away.
All right. Well, Titus doesn't know. Perhaps maybe this is one of the employees of the farmer. And wouldn't want to attack somebody unduly. So we're gonna back up and move towards the adventurers.
Wait, let me do this. This is only fair. I always hate it when DMs do this, where you win the initiative and you don't get the jump on someone. So you can go back to where you were. This guy is going to come charging out to attack you. It looks like.
Oh, he has malice of forethought.
Yes, as soon as you go to step away, you can see he's charging at you. You can attack him first if you like, or go away. If you
No, okay. Well, I'm still going to move towards the adventurers
Okay.
because, those guys seem like they're doing the right thing. But in that case, we will go ahead and use our action to summon the fire spirit. And it will pop out there, and he will have to make a dexterity save.
Right. His dexterity save. He got a 9.
That fails, so he is going to take that plus proficiency is 9 points of damage.
Got it.
Right. And then, as my bonus action, I will order the spirit to attack and then come back with me. And as my move action, I will move back towards these adventurers.
Okay.
Then here comes the attack for the fire spirit, and that is only going to be a 14.
That is a miss.
All right, and the fire spirit retreats towards me. End of turn.
Okay, then that brawler guy. He's going to go ahead and do a bonus nimble escape. Lets him. Oh, that doesn't do anything for him. He's going to not do that. Instead, charge out. Oh, no, he likes that the fire is leaving. That's good. He's going to. You see him like moving 1, 2, 3, 5. Kind of get behind the farm building there, and out of your sight. You don't see where he went from there. And then Loam, your turn.
Okay, Loam is going to stand up and fire 2 short bow arrows at that guy to the south.
All right.
Long bow arrows. That's what I got. So 17
Hit.
or 12.
Oh, okay. It turns out he resists the psychic, so he takes, I think, 10.
Okay, and one more.
16.
And that is
also
a
hits.
16 for 13.
Ooh, that's a good shot. Okay. After Loam, we got the other brawler that's getting pummeled with the arrows. And will also move up 6 to there. Telekinetic shove on Califon. DC 13 strength check Califon or be knocked prone. And then he will ready an attack should anyone get next to him. And he is done. Then we have this one is the other one fighting on your handy chef over there. Who's prone on the ground, so he'll have advantage on these 2 strikes. He lines up a fist and punches you right in the head, Aldo, for 9 bludgeoning and 3 psychic. He'll take another punch at you. It's only a 13. Does that hit?
13's going to miss. No.
All right. Then Gimbal, your turn.
So first, I'm going to click to see what my experimental elixir was this morning.
Okay.
Just make a note of that. It is resilience. Okay, so I have resilience. And then he is going to move here to get a clear shot on the one who is most badly injured to the south. And his arm cannon comes out and he fires a shot at it for only 13 to hit.
13 missed it.
All right. Well, that's okay. That is been a minute since I played with the guy. Just make sure I don't have anything else I want to do. No, that should be it.
Jeff, your turn.
All right, just going to hunker down where he's at and steady aim to attack the closest goblin, the one I attacked last round. 21 for 7, and another one at him. 20 for 6. Actually, I'll throw a trip attack on that. There we go. So for 12.
That tripped him because he is knocked unconscious.
Oh, great. Cool.
Okay,
That's it.
Jeff comes a brawler. That guy there doesn't like his odds all of a sudden, and you see him take off at a full speed run. 6. The dwarf lady tries to smack him with her book, her bag full of books. A 14, though, misses him wildly as he runs by. And then comes... Oh, and also, he will turn and try and knock her down with a telekinetic shove. While he's running by, she's got to make a strength check or get knocked prone. She is knocked prone. And then, coming... That was that one. We got a regular goblin coming. Okay, that regular goblin that's in the trees there, he's going to take another bow shot, this is another bow shot at Jeff with a short bow. Does a 15 hit you, Jeff?
Barely misses.
Okay, then he's going to go one. You see him disappear through the wall and through the brush, the same direction as the first one was running. And then Aldo, your turn.
Aldo is going to look at these dudes and be like, "Come on, you're just gonna kick me while I'm down," and I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians and a bunch of pies start flying around and smacking these unsuspecting rascals. Can I get wisdom DC 15 wisdom saves for those two?
Yeah, it's at the start of their turn, though, is when it happens, not when you cast it.
It's not. It's at the start of a turn when they is an affected creature speed is halved, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn. Okay, so it doesn't apply when you cast it?
Not when you first cast it.
No. Okay, my apologies.
No problem.
Awesome.
What else?
Then I am also going to stand up because I don't like being on the ground, using half of my movement speed. And then I would like to can I cast Healing Word on myself?
You cast Spirit Guardians, so no.
I did cast. Okay. Then I'm gonna eat one of my chef cookies and get 3 temporary hit points. The cookies that have been
After
made up.
Aldo comes Califon.
Alphon will, being scared by Loam's inability to fire missiles, will instantly leap 10 feet in the air with his wings, flying. Then will move to here using the rest of his 50 movement at speeds. He will scream out something at Eric Kokra, a timeless chant saying, "Why run? You will only die tired." And he will put another one of those on. And then the near one, the bowman, he will hit with a 20 for
That finished the
28
bowman.
points. Wait,
Blood sprays
18
everywhere.
points of damage. All right. And then he will use the second attack on the wounded brawler, and 14 will probably miss for
It
10.
does.
I am
Okay.
done with my movement and my actions and my bonus.
Okay, we got a brawler over here fighting Aldo. He's going to now take the brunt of your spiritual guardians. He's got a wisdom saving throw, which he gets a 14 on.
All right, he fails.
So going to roll, 3d8?
3d8. 21.
Wow.
That was quite a pie to the face.
Yeah, that's radiant damage, right? 21 radiant? That finishes up.
Yeah.
Okay, now your dwarven Sage, she is going to stand up and she's going to kind of back away toward the door here and just watch the proceedings. Titus, you can hear a couple goblins skittering around behind that barn, chasing after you, but you haven't seen them emerge yet.
Okay, when you say barn, do you mean this?
No, this one right down here to your southwest. And I said a couple because you heard a second one, you believe, approached from out of the orchard, but you never saw them.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Titus will continue moving towards the adventurer's direction, and we will produce a flame from Titus's hand, holding it, and we'll release it if a goblin moves within 30 feet in a very angry manner towards him or someone else. Bonus action, we will have the wildfire companion spirit move with us and ready its flame seed for the same thing. End of turn.
All right. The brawlers or the goblins don't make an appearance, but make a perception check for me.
18.
18. Ooh. Yeah, you don't hear them. You don't see them. You don't know if they left the cover of the barn or not, but you never saw them leave it. So not sure where they went or if they're still there. Loam, your turn.
So I saw a couple try and escape.
Yeah,
in a
you saw two
certain
goblins
direction.
run south. You saw Califon give chase, shoot his bow. You see no goblins anywhere else. You do see a figure move in your direction down the trail from the west. Not a goblin, though.
Well, I would like to follow the two that Califon is chasing, but
All
I'm going to
right.
try and wave Califon off because I want to find out where they're going. So I would like to track them stealthily.
Got it.
Without them seeing me follow them.
Got it. Yeah, if you move up to the wall line, you'll get a view of the first one, and you can make a stealth check there once you get there. If you have a speed to get there and make an action. By the wall line, I mean like the trees right here.
That's my character.
Your speed is 35.
Yeah. As soon as I find my character, I'll
You
do
are
my
right
stealth
here.
check. I got it. Thank you. That's not great.
Okay, yeah, move 7
That's
squares
not
south, and you're giving chase and trying to stay hidden while you do. And then we got the second brawler there fighting on Aldo. Give me another damage roll, Aldo. Here's his saving throw. That is a 14, also a fail.
11 high to the
damage.
face.
All right, he is going to telekinetically shove you again. Make a 13 strength check to negate that. Okay, so he knocks you prone, and he punches you with an unarmed strike.
I'm gonna use a feature of mine, Favorite of the Gods, to re-roll or to roll 2d4 to try to beat that.
You got it.
Thank you, sir. Does 14?
Yeah, it was a 13. Okay, so then
stop pushing me around.
So then he punches you. 13 to hit, or 23 to hit, I'm sorry, for 8 bludgeoning and 5 psychic. A DC 10 concentration check. No problem. Then he'll punch you one more time. That is a 20 to hit for 6 bludgeoning and 4 psychic. Another DC 10 concentration check. Then he tries to flee. He will provoke an attack opportunity from you at this first movement.
I will give it to him.
21 hit, 5 piercing damage. So that's 1, 2. It's difficult terrain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's as far as he gets. After his turn comes Gimbal. You're muted if you're talking, Josh.
I was talking and I was muted. I'm going to dash, and then just to let you know, I did find an error in the macro. It's my spell bonus is +7 as opposed to +6. So I'm going to change that just change that on my character if that's okay.
Because your intelligence is 18.
Because I have a infusion, the wand.
The wand, right?
Yeah, and then actually, I think that
so that does say +7 there for you.
Mm-hmm.
It is +7
because I just changed it.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I think my armor class should be 20, but I'm going to double check that because is scale mail normally 15 or 14?
Well, let's figure that out when it's not your turn. What do you want to do this turn?
All I'm doing is double moving, and I'm done.
Double moving? Okay. You can look up that stuff off your turn. Jeff, your turn.
Jeff will start heading down there, so just going to double move.
Double move. Okay. Then we got that brawler that you guys are giving chase to, and he is not faster than your ranger. So if the 4 of you agree the ranger's going to track him, you think there's a good chance the ranger can track him. And really, we can come out of initiative because the last goblin's going to die basically on the start of his turn, thanks to Aldo's spiritual weapon. There is no goblins giving chase to you, Titus, and you guys can all kind of group together up there at the north end of town and compare notes. The goblin, if you guys want to let the ranger track the goblin.
Yep.
So Aldo, as you head over here to the corner of the building to see what's going on after this guy dies, here's pick a weapon. You can see this goblin turn into the alleyways. You can see the ranger kind of wave you off, and he comes to here, and then the goblin like dives into a well. There's a well around the corner here, and here's a picture of that well too. It's really ramshackle. There. That's the well that the goblin goes just diving headfirst into. You hear a splash of water. Oh, you might not have been close enough, but yeah, you can hear the splash of water. And then you hear a horrendous growling noise and the sounds of something being like torn apart. You hear goblins screaming and then silence. So that's how that chase ends. You guys can kind of all group back together now and meet each other and compare notes about these goblins that you guys saw. And then, as you're doing that, well, I'll let you do that first. So you guys all gather together. You can all move together into the area by where the ranger's at. And,
What was that?
And then I'll tell you what you hear and see.
Has this town been getting attacked by goblins very often?
No, it had never. You guys had never like ran into a goblin in the area, except for there were some bugbears under the ruins of the old manor just east of town, off the map edge. That's the only goblinoids you saw in this area. Of course, Jeff is a goblin, and Jeff is from the Kragmaw tribes. And Jeff, you don't recognize any of these goblins, the ones that are dead.
Yeah.
That are on the street here.
Yeah. Okay.
You see this, well, you heard the horrendous noises that came out of it, even though the goblin thought he could get away that direction. Apparently he couldn't. You also, now that things are quieted down a little bit, you can hear the crackle of flames behind you. You turn and you see this outlander, Titus, who can, of course, share what Titus saw back at the orchard. So there's something weird going on at the orchard.
Greetings.
And now you hear kind of a rabble. Like there's some villagers and such kind of yelling down by the townmaster hall. So from there,
Are they rebel rousing?
They're rabble rousing. You guys can decide what you want to do and where you want to go.
Greetings all. My name is Titus. I was here to visit the orchard I've heard so much about in this place. And I was just attacked by this evil goblin looking thing that came out of the woods, but I managed, my fire and spirit and I managed to scare it away.
Nice work. Yeah, there was like a goblin that tried to take a lady out of the Stonehill Inn over there. Is this a regular occurrence for y'all? Like, I mean, this town doesn't look like it regularly gets assaulted, does it?
It does
Perhaps
not. There's
not.
no walls or fortifications. The
Perhaps we
dwarven
could
woman
discuss this with the town leadership.
Yeah, you can hear the commotion of the south. This dwarven woman walks up to you sheepishly, and she says, "Thank you for fending off those goblins. I'm sure they would not have met me well. My name is Gwen. I'm here to visit my friend. She's working at the Stonehill Inn. I was wondering if you can tell me where that's at."
Assume we can.
You guys can. The Stonehill Inn
It's right over here. I just came from there.
Can you escort me there any chance?
Of course.
Be happy to.
Anything for a lady.
She asks,
Do you have any idea why those goblins were waiting in ambush?
No.
Are they after you, perhaps?
No, I don't think so. I'm just here visiting my friend. I do know quite a bit about goblins, but I don't think I would have raised any suspicions of any goblins. I don't think they'd be like chasing after me. I'm kind of fascinated with their culture and their history and such. If there's anything I can share with you, definitely bring it to me.
What happened to their heads?
What was that?
What happened to their heads?
Yeah, she's looking at well, let's see. You did kill one of the brawlers and a couple down by the inn. So you can take her down to the inn to show her one of them. Want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you lead her down to the inn, down past the Shrine of Luck, over to the west there, round the corner, down the main road here. The woman that you rescued, Aldo, she's gone into the inn and she's being consoled by the innkeeper and his wife. Gwen takes a look at these goblins that are out in front of the door of the inn, and she says, "I've never seen anything quite like this. This is not natural of any goblins I've known or any goblin tribes I've known. This is none no sort of ritual like elongation or anything like that they do to their skulls. This is very odd. If you find any more information out that you can't place or don't know, bring it to me. I'd be happy to help any way I can. I've got a few books that I can look some stuff up in. I don't think I'll find anything about these goblins in these books though. And then she goes into the inn, and her friend's in there. She's coming to visit the barmaid, Elsa, the gossipy barmaid. They hug and start gossiping with each other. And she introduces all of you. Of course, most of you already know Toblin, but the new ones of you who don't, basically Aldo and Titus, she introduces to the inn. Now, you guys are that much closer now to where all this rabble's happening. You can hear around the corner down by the Town Master Hall, 2 buildings to the south, you hear an agitated crowd. They are shouting for Harbin, someone named Harbin. Now, you know there's a town master named Harbin Wester. So they're shouting for Harbin to come outside, and they're shouting obscenities at him and saying he's a terrible town leader and that he should be replaced by Sildar. And they don't know where Sildar's at. You know Sildar left and went back to Waterdeep. So you guys go to investigate, I assume? I see you're all moving that direction.
Absolutely.
All right. So yeah, you can see this crowd out in front of the Town Master Hall. The door to the Town Master Hall is shut. All of you, please make a wisdom perception check for me, please. Okay, Jeff, you hear a halfling woman complaining. She says, I thought the Red Brands were bad. And you remember the Red Brands being the ruffians that lived in this town that you ran out of town.
Yep.
I thought the Red Brands were bad. At least they never smashed the bar. Who would do that? And then Jeff, Titus, you hear a human miner shouting, the exchange is falling over and some of my friends are missing. Then Aldo, you don't hear anything more. Gimbal, nothing more. Loam, nothing more. And Califon, nothing more. Titus with a 29, modified. And I already told you Titus, right? You had the human miner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So they're banging on the door, yelling for Harbin to come out. What do you guys want to do?
This exchange has collapsed. Is people trapped?
No one's trapped yet, but the thing is bound to collapse any moment now, the miner says to you. The exchange is down. He points at it so you can tell where it's at. It's down right here. This is the miner's exchange there.
It's collapsed.
It's about to collapse.
Oh no.
Well, that seems urgent. We need
Should
to
we do something about that?
do something about that.
Okay. As you guys start to move away, you let's see, whoever the last one of you is that has been in town before, here's a shout of their name. You turn to look and you can see through the window, peeking through a slightly open shutter of the Town Master Hall, you see Harbin, and he's shouting your name. And he's motioning you for you to come to the Town Master Hall. So with that in mind, do you want to go to the Town Master Hall? Actually, if you want to go inside and talk to Harbin, move near there. And you can even split up. And if some of you want to go to the Miners Exchange, move near there.
Yeah.
My character. Oh, there.
Aldo's going to the Miners Exchange.
Okay. If you want to go to the Miners Exchange, move your token onto the building or near the building. And if you want to go into the Town Master Hall, move your token into the hall.
Oh my God, I'm lost. Hold on. Where is the Town Master's Hall? It's right there. Okay. I want to go to the Town Master.
Yeah, I'll go to the Town Master's Hall too.
Okay, we'll do the Town Master Hall first. The rest of you, I assume, are running to check out the Miners Exchange. Harbin pulls you in. He says, he looks exasperated. You guys can make a wisdom insight check. Those of you in there.
Great,
Nice,
wasting 20.
Nice, Jeff. Okay. He seems exasperated. His cheeks are flushed. He's frazzled. There's dark bags beneath his eyes. He says, I know they're angry, but do they expect me to take care of everything? I can't take on a gaggle of non-good ruffians by myself. I can't stop anyone who's determined from breaking buildings and stealing things. This is absurd. What am I supposed to do? And then you kind of get the sense that he comes to a conclusion of what to do. He says, you could help me. You could be my champions. We could go out in front and I can say that I've deputized you and you'll be doing an investigation of what's going on and help. What do you say? He looks at you, Gimbal, and you, Jeff.
Well,
you can tell from your insight, Jeff, it just seems very frightened.
Does this gig pay?
He looks a little angry at that. Says, yeah, I could give you 50 gold pieces each and another 150 each upon completing the investigation and finding out what's behind all this goblin attacks.
Okay.
Does it go for our friends as well?
How many more you got? 4 more? Tell him.
4.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, he says.
And I can tell that like he's not hiding anything, right? I can
No, he's not hiding anything. Just very scared.
Yeah, I'm agreeable to that. Gimbal?
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, if
absolutely.
you're amiable to it, he will step outside the door, or actually ask you to step outside the door in front of him, and says that these are my champions, as are those over there. And he points down the way toward the miners' exchange, and they will be investigating what's happening here. You don't have to worry. You can go back to your houses. And the people immediately start complaining to you, Gimbal, and you, Jeff, and we'll get back to what they say to you in a second. Now, Aldo and Titus and Califon and Loam. Loam, did you go into the Townmaster Hall or Minor Exchange?
I did to go into the minor exchange.
Minor Exchange. So, those of you in this exchange. Aldo, or anyone else with the small group of you, do you want to do any healing? So
Yeah.
8 hit points, Waldo.
Aldo would definitely want to do some healing. I'd probably snack on another of my healing words.
Go for it. Where did Califon go? I think I accidentally moved you, Califon, or deleted you or something.
Yeah, I was following the fire spirit,
Okay.
so I was right next to it.
Weird. Describe it from the sheet. All right. Tell you what you see when you exchange. You were not wounded, right, Califon? I don't think.
No, they're not fast enough to hit me.
Right. Of course not. Okay. So when you arrive at the miners' exchange, you hear the snapping of wood beams and grinding of stone as you near the exchange, quickly followed by panic shouts. I don't have any tokens around there, but there are a few workers there. The structure is slanting precariously as some miners clamber around the building's foundation, and standing to one side is Guildmaster Halia. Halia has a tense expression, and she's barking orders at the workers. You get a sight of the corner down here to the southwest where most of the workers are situated, and you can see that there's like basically a cornerstone that's missing from the building. You can try and help them repair it using either a strength check or a dexterity check. And if you have any kind of like tools like mason's tools or such, or even carpentry tools would help with getting, supporting timbers and such, you could do that with advantage. Does anyone want to try and help?
Aldo's got carpenter's tool skills and would also like to fix that.
Okay. Aldo, you go rushing to help. Go ahead and make your choice of strength or dex, and with advantage.
And as he goes to do that, can Titus rush in and provide a little bit of guidance?
Yes, Titus can. Okay. That's a 13 if I'm reading that right.
That's 13.
That is success. So
Excellent.
looks like one more of you's going to have to help them before they finish the job. Anyone else want to lend a hand?
I can help.
Sure, I can.
I have painter's ability, so I will paint over any broken pieces to make them look repaired.
Okay. Titus or Loam, you don't have to do anything?
Titus will provide another guidance if this is after the other one has been used up.
Loam or Califon, you want to do anything?
Yeah, I can assist people or play my hand drum and give them a cadence.
Well, Loam or Califon or Titus, you got to make a dex check or a strength check. When do you decide if you're going to help?
Loam is going to try and help.
With a dex check?
Yes.
All right.
And that is not a great check.
And Califon's assisting you, and Titus is going to give you guidance. That's a 9 plus 4 is 13 plus guidance. So 14 or higher, and that is enough. So you guys come to the aid of the workers here to kind of prop up the side of the building so you don't have a major structural collapse of the building. And with that, Guildmaster Halia says, "Thank you for coming to help. We certainly could use the hand. Things aren't as good as when you were here last, as you can see."
Why would somebody chisel out a foundation stone like that?
I really don't have any idea.
Can I make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework? Because of my mountain dwarf stone kerning into why this so somebody took this cornerstone?
You can, but there's really nothing pertinent you'll be able to develop from that. Obviously, cornerstones are important.
Yeah.
Halia tells you that yesterday, when all the other miners were drinking at the Sleeping Giant, and she kind of glares at a couple of them, I was here and I saw a group of goblins. They They were like sneaking around the back of the exchange here. I fought them off, but I couldn't stop them from taking a piece of the cornerstone. That was last night, and of course the building started to settle a little bit and almost collapsed today. I was injured in the scuffle. She shows you some burns that she's got, probably consistent with the same kind of like attacks that you were taking, Aldo, from those guys with the psychic energy.
Okay.
So I couldn't pursue them all the way, but I hurt a few of them pretty badly, so they couldn't have gotten too far. They were heading toward the woods south. She points towards copse of woods to the south where you guys were at. I swear one of them pushed me with some kind of magic, like an invisible force.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't think I mean, usually there's something that you see when you get pushed.
You know, I have no idea why the goblins were coming for the cornerstone, except there was a strange lucky stone embedded in this corner. Maybe they were after that. I don't know. It's missing though. You think, looking around though, you might be able to track those goblins back to wherever direction they ran away from. So back to the other, back to the group. So you two are getting an earful from the townsfolk, and let's see what else you hear from these townsfolk. Okay, there's a annoyed baker. Says, if I see one more of those gremlins come near my shop, I'm hitting them with a rolling pin. I can't take it. There's a frazzled human woman soothing a toddler in her arms. It'll be all right, she says. We just can't play outside after sundown, okay? And finally, a man holds up a sketch, and you can see he's kind of trembling and crying. He says, my wife's gone missing. I think they might have took her. You have to do something to stop this. Yep, and that's the scope of it. So you can get that a couple people have actually been kidnapped now, and that's the main reason why the townsfolk are in such an uproar. You definitely witnessed that, Aldo, as they were trying to grab that woman, but she luckily made it to the Stonehill Inn, and you were able to save her.
Good.
You don't know what you don't know what the goblins were doing by the Edermath orchard, but Edermath wasn't there, so maybe they got Edermath.
We search his house?
You have not, so you could definitely go back and search there if you like.
Yes, we would like to do that.
We gather you all together again. I assume you can gather together and compare notes. You got several leads. Of course, you got the
they went south.
Yeah, you got the south travel.
The cornerstone.
That Lone can definitely track them on. You got the
got a well.
Right.
Sounds really, really safe going that way.
And the Edermath orchard and so forth.
Yeah.
We can lower Gimbal down the well. He's not edible, so
that seems like I don't see anything wrong with that.
Anything's edible if you're brave enough.
Sound planned.
Yeah. Do you did anybody happen to gather which direction they would have taken the people? Because I think that in my mind that's the most important, is getting people back from.
Right. So you so far have a couple of villagers who report missing family members, and there's no clear direction where they went.
Okay. They didn't get it.
They do have tracks on that. Yeah, you do have tracks of goblins leaving to the south of the Miners' Exchange, and you have the goblin went down the well.
Okay.
Say we follow them to the south. Try and track them.
Can we like go look down the well?
Mm-hmm.
Or
if you all decide you want to go that way.
Yeah.
Gimbal has he can spend a couple minutes tinkering with and kind of mixing together this little vial that he shakes up, and it starts glowing. It's only glows up about 5 feet, but he can then drop that down the well to see if we see anything.
Nice.
Harbin also
dropped
had
a glow stick,
a couple more things that he shared with you before he left. Make sure I get to you. He told you, there's unrest amongst all the townsfolk. You obviously have seen that. They've demanded him to take some sort of action to protect Vandalin, so he's deputized you guys. He's not an investigator. He doesn't know anything or any way to help, but he can share with you what people have told him. And basically, the points in or near you guys are, of course, the Miners' Exchange, which you guys have already discovered on your own, where something major had been taken. There's also the well, which has been basically ransacked and demolished. So you guys can investigate that. There is the shrine, the main shrine in town. It was kind of dark as you're going by the shrine, so you didn't notice this yourselves, but he told you that some vandalism has happened there. consistent with the type of vandalism that had happened in other locations in town. And finally, the Sleeping Giant Tavern, which used to be the home base for the Red Brand Ruffians, it was ransacked and the bar was demolished. So another location
They
you can check out.
stealing bits of these things that were ransacked? Like
Well, you have to go
more
investigate. You
stones,
know
or-
for sure at the miner exchange
Okay.
they stole a quote lucky stone.
Okay.
All right. So what do you want to investigate first? Do you want to go for the well? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
Sounds
I'll
like it.
drop a light down the well.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. I'm going to just move you all together, except for
I actually might. Could I just give it a little shake up of my own and add the light? Oh, never mind. I'm like, that's such a cool thing you got there. Did you just make that?
Yeah, I'm a skilled alchemist.
Super duper cool. So you just like put different things together to make that. I like that. That's a fun recipe.
Yeah, this
Is it toxic?
Gimbal's amazing magical light source. It is one of just many of the amazing concoctions being sold by Gimbal's Potion Emporium. We are accepting investors at this time.
Okay.
I do have a silent partner, very silent. Partner's not really aware that they're a partner, but
Super silent.
about it, except that it's a dragon. That's right, a dragon.
Oh,
Uh,
that's quite the name drop there.
Yeah. So
That's
if you want to get in on the ground floor,
so
there's a lot
I think
more like this.
as you're dropping it, I think, and we're watching it fall down. I'm like, is it toxic? Can we like make a recipe out of it? That's my main question. Is it edible?
Oh yeah, everything that Gimbal's Potion Emporium creates is consumable.
Okay,
I'm
good.
not really 100% certain the effect it has on the people who consume it because I don't consume things myself, but I do know it can be consumed.
there might be some liver damage.
Yeah.
Okay, the well behind the
Sure what is
provisions
liver.
is dilapidated and crumbling. The walls are toppled over. Chunks of brick and stone litter the nearby grass. By the time you're investigating this, it's real dark out, so you guys are lighting up lanterns or light spells or such to see things more clearly. The well's winch and pulley have been smashed to pieces. As you're kind of like looking around the place, one of the Barthen's Provisions assistants comes out of the door here, the back door of Barthen's Provisions. Looks like it's Ander, and he says, what are you guys doing here?
Has this well always been this messed up?
Oh no, that just happened. In fact, I
Well-
kind of came upon it when it was happening. It was last night, actually. Not tonight, last night. I was leaving about the same time, and I heard one of the vandals. They were like the size of goblins. I didn't get a good look at them though. But anyway, I heard him shout, "Hurry, back to the rest." They then jumped into the well and disappeared. I did not hear the horrible sounds you guys heard when the goblin went back down the well this time. They were about adolescent size, long flat ears, so just like the ones that you guys killed on the street out there. Their hands glowed just like that one.
So weird.
And since the attack, I tried to draw some water out of the well. The main barrel for the winch is missing, but I just tried to lower a bucket down on rope, and it was dry down there. I suspect maybe they dammed up the water source. Maybe either when they came or during their escape. I don't know what. The strange thing
Did you
is,
see him take anything
well, yeah, they
from the well as they were dismantling it?
they didn't go after any of our stock, but they immediately began destroying the well when they got there, and they definitely were grabbing pieces of it or a piece of it. The main barrel is gone.
Is this like I mean, this is a well that everybody used, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of water for the horses and stuff, and the town. So we're gonna have to do a lot more walking now. That's for sure.
Is there another
fancy
well in town?
stones?
Not really. So it'd be really good if somehow we could get the water source coming back. I don't want to go down there though.
You have that rope that you used to send the bucket down?
Yeah.
I'd like
we
to
fetch it.
climb down.
He goes and gets
Well,
it.
did we see anything when I dropped the light down the well?
Okay. You go drop light down. Okay, you see that the water or the cave floor is about 30 feet down, and it's definitely damp, and there's puddles of water, but it's definitely much lower than it ever was. And with the puddles like they are, you wouldn't be able to get much water up through a bucket. It just smells of damp earth. There's kind of a acrid, rotting smell coming from it, like plants and such, like a lot of decaying plant matter.
Mm,
You don't see anything
I've
moving
seen
around though.
creatures like
No
that in the
dismembered
swamp.
dead goblin.
No, no sign of the goblin.
Oh. Uh, should we see what's blocking or messing up the water?
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Who wants to go down?
Loam will go down first,
Okay,
unless
you,
Gimble wants to go.
you secure a rope.
Well, yeah, Campbell will follow you.
Yeah, all those definitely down.
I'm gonna grab you guys all in location. I can leave you there. I'm gonna grab. If you zoom out quite a ways, and then go all the way to the right side of the map, show you what you see down there. All right, I'm gonna ping over here, even though your tokens are over there. So what you see is this cavern. The ceiling's about 20 feet high, so they have to lower you down about 10 feet before you can get below the ceiling and see the expanse of the cavern below, Loam. There's the remains of an underground river snaking through the cavern, but it's definitely drying out. It's not flowing. There's a pile of dark rocks blocking the headstream to the north. There is in the west, the source of the scent, a pile of carrion and sewage. Enormous pile of carrion and sewage. And make a stealth check for me.
Ice
All right.
cold rolls.
Yeah. You see a fleshy, three-legged creature dragging this sludge and rotting vegetation behind it and moving toward you. It's definitely seen you come, down the rope a little bit. And it looks like this. A grotesque, bulbous creature borne along by three sturdy legs, its eyes and nose set along a vine-like stalk, two tentacles and spiny appendages. You need to climb back up that rope real quick because this thing you think can reach you, even as high up as you are. And so let me clear the initiative. And you all can roll initiative.
Oh, that's super duper cool looking.
Oops. Where am I at?
Or, of course, Loam, you can also just descend the rope and fight it, whatever you prefer.
Can you center me?
I-
Tom? I'm sorry.
Hoping
We're
my
all
friends will
we're
come
all
down.
straight to the
You're
left
all by the well.
from. Yeah.
You're all right over here.
Oh, thanks. I had gone up and did there we go.
Titus.
14.
14 initiative. Although it looks like you're there already. Okay, Loam, you see this monstrosity and you're ready to make a quick retreat or quick descent, your choice. Jeff.
Right, I'm gonna.
Jeff is able to react first. So Jeff, Loam is down the rope. He gives a cry that there's some sort of monster down here. Loam, you can make room for Jeff to go by you if you want to allow that. From up above, Jeff, you
Sure.
can't see what Loam's described.
Okay, but I get the sense that Loam's headed back up, or
What do you want? Are you heading back up or heading down, Loam?
I'm going down. Going down with
Yeah.
Jeff. We're gonna fight it.
okay. All right, then I guess we're going down.
It's 30 feet
Go
down,
over.
so you can run over to it and basically just like firemen slide down the rope, but that takes 30 feet of your movement to get to the bottom of the rope there. So
Do I know where that would put me on
you have
that?
to move and dash, and it will put you in the light or any square adjacent to that light.
So I have to move and use my dash.
Yep, because you weren't right by the well from where you were standing.
Uh,
Let's assume you were right by the well. I assume you might have been. So you just have to use your movement to get down to there.
So if I still have my action, I will. Everybody better follow me down here. I'll attack it.
It's just a trick to get rid of that last
Well,
goblin.
That was our plan the whole time.
I'm glad he's got that under control.
Yeah, I guess there's no really for me to hide, so I'll attack, and if I hit, I'm going to throw a menacing attack on there.
It's a hit.
Yeah, 25 for 8, and I'll throw that menacing attack, so 15 wisdom.
Wisdom 15, got him menaced, frightened.
Cool. And then I'll take another attack then. All right. 27 for 7.
7 for 7. Okay. After Jeff, startling Jeff, another one of these creatures comes erupting out of the other plant matter,
no.
closer to you, and charges towards you. They're surprisingly fast for the huge elephant-sized limbs.
This was a bad idea.
Moves to there.
Hmm.
Tentacle lashes out. Multi-attacking. First tentacle is 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
9 bludgeoning.
Yep.
7 piercing. And
Okay.
grappled you.
Mm.
And then the other tentacle, he lashes up toward Loam. Ooh, 26 crit to hit Loam for 9 bludgeoning. He critted and did the exact same damage and 7 piercing.
Mm.
Ouch.
And he grapples Loam.
Perfect.
And then he's going to bite Jeff. And you're restrained, Jeff, while you're grappled. But that's a 24 to hit for 7 piercing. Plus, there's a good chance you'll get a disease from him. 15 con save to negate the disease.
That is a no.
Okay, so you have a disease. You're poisoned until the disease is cured. Every 24 hours, you have to be able to repeat your save or reduce the hit point max by d10. Cured on your save or die if your hit point max drops to 0. That'll be 24 hours from now. And it's done. Loam.
Wow.
You are grappled and restrained by this one. What do you want to do? It's a DC 13 to escape.
Hey, Loam is going to try and escape and using his inspiration.
All right. Escape. You are out. That took your action. You're holding onto the rope. You're just below the opening. You can drop to the ground any square adjacent to Jeff if you like.
I'm going to drop down, crashing into the water next to Jeff,
Okay.
drawing my swords and preparing to fricassee this beast.
Okay, Caliphon. Now that the thing is right adjacent to the well opening, you could stay up above and attack it, or you can fly on down and attack it.
All right. I will take one step and just I'll draw my long sword and I will put it above my head and I will just completely just drop.
Nice.
It says 30 feet.
30 feet, yeah. So you can be anywhere around it, basically.
Yeah, I'll just drop straight down. I'll stop in the last 5 feet to hover, and then sorry, I was talking on mute. I'm gonna move an attack two-handed. 13 for 8.
13 just kind of gets bounced off its rubbery hide.
One more strike. 23 for 8.
That's a hit.
And I would like to free Jeff, so I'm going to expend a key point and try to stun it. Got 12 Conslave to negate.
10.
Ooh.
Stunned him.
I hope that saves my buddy. And then I will use my talon to do an unarmed strike. 20
23 is a hit for 6.
for 6 points of damage.
Got it.
And
Jeff, you are
I'll stay
freed.
right there.
You are freed once he gets stunned. And then after you, Caliphon, comes Titus. Titus, you can actually target it from up above if you like.
Awesome. Well, Titus is going to toss it's stunned, so we will toss a produce flame from our hand. So here's 2 d20s.
That's a hit.
I think that a 24 is going to hit.
Yep.
So it will do 2 d8s for 10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then we are going to send the fire spirit down it has a fly speed. So
Nice.
it just zips on down, and I will move the token here since I'm all zoomed in a little bit in a minute.
Okay.
But it'll be about 10 feet away, and we'll shoot a fire seed at it, which it stuns, so 2 of them. And that'll be a 20 to hit for 1d6 plus proficiency, so 5 points of fire damage.
Got it.
And I will move the tokens end of turn.
Aldo, you could move down the rope or attack from up there.
Aldo is also going to attack from up here. I'm going to go ahead and look down there and say, I wonder what they smell like when they're cooking. And cast Create Bonfire underneath the one that's stunned right there next to our friend.
All right. Stunned means he can't make a dex save, so he's going to take 4 on fire. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I double tap. So 4 fire. And then I'm going to I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a baguette out of my pocket and throw it down there as a spiritual weapon and try to smack that creature. Oh, I did not roll that with advantage. My apologies.
14's a hit, but see if you get a crit.
Is it? Okay.
No crit.
All right. So for the 6
That's
force
6.
damage.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Aldo's done. Okay. Now the other Adug is frightened by Jeff. Frightened condition.
Mhm.
Disadvantage check attacks when see source. No willingly they move closer to source. That's nice, Jeff.
Oh,
Well
That was the
done.
plan.
nice.
Yeah, that
That was
thing's
a
just
very good call.
staying frightened over there. That's till the end of your turn, Jeff, or into his turn?
End of my turn.
Into your turn. Next turn, obviously. Gimbal,
All right. Can Gimbal shoot them from the edge?
you may.
Then that's what Gimbal will do.
Just-
Firebolt.
Just the one right below. Firebolt,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah. Ooh,
For 17 damage.
got it.
And let me just double check something real fast. I want to make sure that I remember this rule right. See if I can find the bloody thing. Yep, that's to attack roll. Okay, yeah. So that'll be what I will do.
Okay. Did I miss anyone? I think I got everyone right. Jeff. So, Jeff, you're
It's
free,
still
but you
okay.
are still diseased, and that will mean you're poisoned, disadvantage on all attacks, until you're cured of disease.
Let's see. Well, okay. It's stunned, right? So it can't take.
It is stunned, so you be a straight up attack on
And it can't make opportunity attacks. Is that correct?
Yep.
So I'll back up there, and yeah, I'll lay into it. I will throw a trip attack on it.
Okay.
No, sorry, menacing attack. So 27 for 13. And you know what? Yeah.
He is menaced.
And then that was one attack, right? Then I'll take. Oh yeah.
Mm.
That's so. Actually, yeah. Let me throw my last.
Josh, we're going to take a quick break right after this action, so you have 10 minutes.
I'll do trip attack. So 30 for 13, 21.
21 damage.
Hmm.
Strength save is, does that? You make strength saves when you're stunned? Let's see.
Auto fail.
You're right. Fail auto save, strength and dex. Okay, so he is tripped. Nice, Jeff. All done?
Yep, well done.
We're going to pause right there and take a break. So Jeff just fired on the close sawtooth, struck it, tripped it, caused it to be afraid. It's also stunned, therefore it doesn't get actually any actions. The fear washes off of the southernmost Adiug, so now it starts trudging your direction, but it's slow on the initiative, so it doesn't get to go yet. The northern Adiug has no turns because he's stunned, and he sits there in the bonfire, so give me some bonfire damage. If you could, please, Aldo. If you're there, Aldo, I don't hear you. I'll roll for Aldo.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Aldo.
I am
Bonfire damage,
back.
please.
2 seconds. Oh dear. 38. There we go.
All right.
6 fire damage.
6.
Sorry.
6. Got it. And then Loam, your turn.
Loam, brandishing his short swords in each hand, swings once for his regular attack. Looks like 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
Second for his extra attack, and that's 5 points of damage.
Got it.
And then an offhand attack
For
for 9.
That finishes it.
Yeah.
Okay, now after Loam comes Calivan. Your turn, Calivan.
Sorry, I have a push to talk, so I was talking mute. I'm gonna back up 20 feet. I think that'll still keep me within 150. So can I drop my sword on the ground and pull my bow?
Yep.
All right, and a bonus action, but I'll have to use an action to pick up my sword when I need it. I will, at the end of my turn, I will say something insightful, and I will fire my longbow. 16 for 12,
That's a hit.
24 for 10,
Got it.
and then I will stand my ground.
All right. Your turn, Titus.
All right.
Any of you up above
well,
who want to come down, you can come down with one move, basically.
Yep, Titus is going to come on down, and I will move myself after. But I think I'm going to end up kind of near the fire spirit, and that is just inside the produced flame range. So we will toss a produced flame at the Otiug that is far that way. I think that is going to hit with a 28.
It does.
We will do 10 points of fire.
Got it.
And then Titus will look over at Loam and say, Loam, do you really want to be here? Or I'm sorry, I don't know your name. I'd be like, oh, do you really want to be here, or should we reposition slightly?
You're muted if you're talking, David.
I'm not sure why I wouldn't want to be here.
I can get you closer, or I can get you further away. Your choice.
Oh, well, move me closer, I suppose.
All right, and with that, I will bonus action tell the fiery spirit to fiery teleport us, and I'm going backwards, but Loam can go to any square they can see within 15 feet,
There you go, Loam. Okay. I'll let you
and
get
then
your
I'll
tokens
move some
position.
tokens and end of turn.
Aldo, your turn.
Although it's going to go ahead and climb down the rope as well. Is that an action or is that just my
Takes
movement?
your movement. Takes your movement.
Okay, awesome. Is that so? We defeated the one that was at the base, right there. Okay, then Aldo is going to send his baguette over to smack the remaining one with a spiritual weapon baguette attack.
Ooh, nice.
Is that so that will be for 5 total damage. And now the baguette is over on that side, and that's my bonus action to do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pop up a new create bonfire underneath that this other one.
You got him.
And cast.
That was a save.
Excellent.
Got the 9 fire. And then
9 fire.
Anything else, Aldo?
I'm just gonna be kind of like looking down at the corpse of this other one and wondering, and can I see how well this smells after it sat there and cooked in the create bonfire for a while?
Yeah. Can you put your token where you end your turn?
Yes.
Next goes the owl.
I'm sorry. It is. My apologies. Right over here. Pretty much at the bottom of the rope.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Adiug. Go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Do a multi-attack with tentacle on Loam. That's a 18 to hit you, Loam, for 9 bludgeoning and 5 piercing and grapples you. Then I'll move to there and do a tentacle on Aldo. 23 to hit you, Aldo, for 7 bludgeoning and 7 piercing.
That takes
you
Aldo
out.
down. Yep.
That drops
Aldo
the
down.
fire. And then he's going to bite Loam. And once you go limp in his tentacle, he just drops you. So you're basically lying there on the ground. Then he's going to go ahead and bite Loam. He was restrained for this, so this will be advantage. Oh, it's a crit for 27 piercing damage, Loam.
Wow.
And disease has
that
to make a 15 con
stinks.
save. Ooh,
Oh,
Loam's
no.
diseased. And restrained and grappled, and the audio is done. Gimbal, your turn.
All right, Gimbel's going to go down the rope. Moving myself over. Oops, sorry. All right, coming down the rope next to them, and I am going to.
And you have to
use
be
my.
adjacent to this bright white light, so you could be there or there.
Oh, sorry.
Or on top
Okay,
of Aldo,
yeah.
your choice.
And it's 30 feet to get down, so that's all of my
Correct.
movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come down right there, and I'm going to use an action to use my healer's kit on Aldo.
All right.
So 8 plus hit die.
So 13
points
back,
back.
Aldo. Gimbal is done. Round is over. Jeff, your turn.
Okay. Steady aim from where I am. Make it that a straight
Ooh,
shot.
that's a hit.
So 29 for 7. I'll throw a Fury of the Small for another 3.
10. Got it.
10. And but it won't be at advantage. So 19.
19's a hit.
For 6.
6 more. Got it.
And I'm done.
Loam, you are restrained. You're poisoned. You have 4 hit points. What do you?
So I'm at disadvantage, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Double.
Short
if that
sword
was possible.
attack, extra miss. Short sword attack.
That's a hit.
Should be a hit. For 11, looks like.
Got it.
And then casting Misty Step and going over here.
Ooh, that's no fair. After Loam comes Califon.
All right. Calphon, not understanding combat, will drop his longbow next to his sword, run into combat to the creature, and Talon for miss. 19 for 7.
That's
I
a hit.
will, if that hits, I will hit. I'm going to let this go, and then I'm going to spend a key point, do a flurry of talons, and attack again. 12 for
12's a
5.
miss. 18's
18
a
for
hit.
4.
All done?
Yep. I might move around.
Okay.
No, that's all the movement I have, actually, to be
All
honest.
right. Got that last 4 damage. Titus, your turn.
All right. Titus says, I know you don't know me, but trust the fire spirit. It will help you. As Titus is going to, as an action, cast a spike growth centered directly on the Otiug.
Okay.
So, do you have templates in here?
For
Or
spike
do I
growth,
just
I
draw?
don't really. How big is
20
it?
foot.
20 foot
So it's like a
radius?
fireball.
Okay. Yeah, I got something like that. They are under spells and radius. We'll see poison centered on. Okay, so
All
that
right,
area's got spike growth in it.
Yep. And then what we're going to do is move action to back away, and bonus action, I send the fire spirit here, and I fiery teleport us all 15 feet in any direction you would like.
Nice.
Super duper cool.
All of you guys can move 15 feet to where you want to go to. Anything else, Titus?
Say all of y'all. You mean everybody?
Just the guys
Everybody that
next
was
to the fire
adjacent
spirit.
to the
Yeah.
fire spirit.
Yeah.
So you,
Calipon
Gimbal, are included.
and Gimbal.
Nicely
What a
done.
cool feature.
Titus, next go is Aldo.
Aldo is going to take a swing with his baguette at the individual. Is it advantage in any way, shape, or form that it's in that? No, it's just straight. Okay. For 15 to hit. For 5 baguette damage.
Got it.
And then he is going to move his bonfire over in front of it, and give me another dex save, please, for 2d8.
Failed for 8.
For 8 fire damage.
All right, and then it sets off through the spike growth.
I'm gonna step back a little bit too.
And dies.
Nice.
Impaled upon the spikes.
That
You all are victorious.
Wow.
Whew.
That was
nicely done. That was a good fight.
interesting.
2 audios lie dead here. You can find their trails, Loam. It seems like they had kind of moved here from the south. You don't know if maybe the river being plugged up allowed them to make that journey or not, but amongst all the trash and refuse that they had either drugged with them or that was here partially before, you guys find a wand of binding. This is a rare magic item that is permanent, requires attunement of a spellcaster. Wand of binding.
Some of you don't look so hot.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling too good.
15 hit points to Loam and 10 hit points to Jeff.
Okay.
Excellent.
Perhaps I might have something that could assist with this disease you may have caught. No judgment.
That'd be
I would
good.
love it if you did, yeah.
And so Titus will begin kind of rubbing their hands together, and because the way to cure a fever is to just make it hotter. And
That makes sense.
Titus is going to use lesser restoration to burn the disease out of your veins. And who was diseased?
Jeff and Loam.
Yeah, I've got one for you too, Jeff, if you're okay with what I did to Loam.
Excellent.
Burned hand marks.
I said be healed.
Unfortunately, lesser restoration doesn't cure disease.
You touch a creature and it can end either one disease or condition afflicting it.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. It does cure disease.
It's tucked in like a weird
I was looking at the 4
spot.
conditions at the end.
Yeah,
Blinded, deafened,
exactly.
paralyzed, poison.
You would think diseased would be in that bottom list.
Yeah.
But it is not, apparently.
Okay. You are good.
I was like, did I misread it?
No,
right.
I looked at that spell earlier and was like, that's weird that it weird.
Well, I think it's because it's poisoned or a condition, and then it lists the conditions.
Yeah, it's diseased or a condition.
Because disease is not a condition.
Or disease.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice, Titus.
All right. And I'm out of second level slots.
Yeah.
Okay, so down here, you guys find this cave-in to the north, blocking the water supply. Loam, you can make a survival check, or anyone else trained in survival can make a survival check to see what you find regarding tracks down here.
That is not me.
So, Jeff,
Does it
you're
seem like
you're able to corroborate
path
that
goes?
the Adiuks came from the south. They weren't generally living here before. And you guys can find some goblin tracks, and it seems like the goblins went to the north. And then, of course, that cave-in kind of obliterated any tracks after that, because it's like the passageway past the cave-in, you suspect, and there's water trickling out of it. But you suspect it's like a tunnel full of water now. So whatever tracks they might have left in that tunnel before it was full of water, it's probably obliterated.
But does
Let's
it look
go to
like
the
this
south first.
stuff is the stuff that was stolen from the town?
So looking at the tracks, Jeff, you can see that there's goblin tracks heading north, obviously. There's lots of goblin tracks around the pile of rubble up there. You can tell that there's some goblin tracks that are in close proximity to each other, heading from the well toward the north there, like they were maybe carrying something where it took two of them to carry it. But like I said, once you get to that blockade, even if you clear the blockade, you don't think you'll be able to track anything past it because it would have been full of water. You can certainly start removing the blockade when you want, and that should restore the well. But if you first want to check what's to the south, you find some natural tunnels, but no tracks of any goblins whatsoever. And the natural tunnels go off. One is the river, and then there's another set of tunnels that lead away, but you don't think that there's any goblin activity that direction. And it looks like the Audiugs came from that way.
You think the Audiugs came when they dammed up the well and made it
that's what you'd
accessible?
suspect. Yeah.
Okay.
The refuse was probably there from just throwing refuse down the well, and the Audiugs might have, pulled it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But whatever refuse used to float down the river wasn't floating down to the.
Oh, okay. So if we unblock the water, it should
well should
let the refuse and be clean water flowing. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Aldo's going to say, I mean, I'm happy to get the water flowing. And then you think that there's some tracks that went even past these rocks up here?
So you believe that behind the rocks, it's full of water. The river is there.
Yeah.
And so they probably went that direction when the river wasn't full. The river hadn't backed up against the rocks when they first traveled that way. So you suspect if you clear the rocks, you'll get the river flowing, but there won't be any tracks left because it would have been completely covered by.
But then it would probably be like waist high water or something along those lines.
Well, you can certainly go that direction. Yeah, once you clear it.
Yeah.
You suspect the goblins probably did.
Wondering if we want to go south while there's no water down there. Will it make a difference if we unplug it?
You went south and there was nothing down, just natural tunnels and no goblin tracks at all. You made it to what might have been a Udiog lair and there's no treasure there.
Okay, then let's unplug it and head north.
Yeah, get this open back up and see what's up there.
All right. When you get back up above, you find Andrew there, and several other villagers there, all kind of oohing and ahhing over your heroic deeds of going down that well and fighting off those Audiugs. You suspect Ender or Aldo, you can probably keep some good Audiug meat if you guys want to rest for the night, or if you want to keep going.
I'd like to.
Certainly can.
I'd like to at least do some butchering to prepare for dinner for whenever we do stop.
You guys certainly have plenty of resources left if you want to keep going. You can go check out the Sleeping Giant Tavern. You can interview more townsfolk. There's lots around.
We were going to check out the orchard, right? Didn't we say we were going
to? Yeah, the orchard to check out.
Yeah.
Yes, the orchard.
Awesome. Right. I'm gonna carve up some Audiuk and head upstairs.
All right. Can we take a short rest at least, maybe?
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I could at least fry up some of the. I think this part right here. I think if I fry this up, slice it thin and fry it, I think it could be pretty tasty, and I could do that pretty quickly if we just wanted to have a little short rest.
Okay, yeah, short rest it is. You guys get a short rest in near the well, and go into the Stonehill Inn for a couple drinks, and head out to explore some more.
Everybody that does with my chef feat, everybody that does hit die for their short rest will also be able to roll an extra a D8 hit die.
When you like, you can also move your tokens to the Stonehill Inn. At the Stonehill Inn, Gwyn is curious, of course, about your explorations and your encounters with goblins. Anything you can share with Gwyn that she might be able to help you with?
Yeah, it was
interesting. They appear to be taking stuff, like the cornerstone.
They took a chunk of the well?
Yeah.
Like a barrel?
Well, Gwyn doesn't know anything about the chunk of the well. Maybe some villagers might. She doesn't know what goblins might care about a lucky stone.
The bar was ruined at the Sleeping Giant Tavern, is what somebody
Yeah, you haven't
said.
been there yet, for sure.
Maybe
Are
we take
these?
the short rest in the tavern.
You take it you're in the Stonehill Inn, I assumed, because you're talking to Gwen.
Oh,
Yeah, and
gotcha.
I'm using their kitchen and like frying up some slices of the meat.
Okay, does anyone want to talk to anyone else, or are you ready to go somewhere else?
Titus will
Uh,
inquire to some of the regulars about the orchard.
The orchard. Okay. The orchard is Edermath comes and goes quite a bit, so they're not surprised that Edermath isn't there. They don't suspect Edermath was kidnapped, but they don't know for sure. It'd certainly be worth investigating to make sure everything looks okay in Edermath's home. Anyone else want to ask any questions before you go on?
I don't know if Alphonse really a questioning individual. He's more just watching people, seeing if anything's out of the ordinary, and then just tasting the beer.
All right. Okay. Then after you finish your short rest, are you going to Edermath's orchard? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys can move on over there. You can go up to the whatever way you want to get into the place, and that's when something will happen. So go ahead and move all your tokens over there.
Jeff's going to try to go down the chimney.
Okay. Jeff's going to start climbing up the building. So I'm going to put Jeff right here. So Jeff hops over the fence there, begins crawling up the side of the building. As Jeff is doing that, puts you guys all where you want to be. And while Jeff's doing that, someone else could definitely open the door if they wanted. You'd have enough time to do that if you wanted to look inside. Or if you don't
I
want to
think
wait
I'll
till
be
Jeff.
flying. I think I'll be flying right next to Jeff, asking him what he's doing as he climbs.
Okay.
Is this a strange type of thing that you Torlins do? Enter through chimneys? What type of creature would do this?
It's things Jeffs do.
Titus will shrug and I guess assume that that's normal for Jeffs.
They'll never expect it.
Okay. Everyone happy where you're standing? Roll initiative, please. So Jeff's just starting to climb up the building there.
And I go through.
Do we have a passive 16 stealth amongst the group?
Mm.
I mean, passive 16 perception.
Yes.
Yeah. Titus, you'll be able to warn Jeff of some motion over in the trees over there, so there won't be a surprise round. And let me add you the initiative, Titus. And what did you roll? 8?
8.
Okay.
In the same trees that I saw them last time?
Yes. In fact, almost the very same tree. So one goblin
Very
over
same
there
goblin.
who rushes to attack. And the first person to act is going to Jeff. So Jeff, you get a warning from Titus. You're just a little bit up the wall there, so you can easily just hop back off of it. And you see goblin behind you.
All right. He looks menacing. You said he was rushing to attack, right?
Yep.
All right. So I'll short bow him. 20 for 8. Uh-oh. 12 for 10, but that's probably a miss. So
12 is a miss, yep. All right, after Jeff comes the first brawler, one you saw. He closes on you, rushing to attack, tries to shove you to the ground. 13 strength check to resist.
Oh no! Dang it! Got a minus.
Oh,
no.
no. Down to the ground you go.
Wait. Yeah.
Then he attacks you with a fist. Only 10 though. You roll out of the way of that one. 17 hit.
17 hits. Yeah.
5 bludgeoning, 2 psychic, and then Caliban. Your turn.
Long button. I'll move over. I will smack him with my two-handed longsword. 18 for 8. Then I'll bring it back and hit him with the other side. 15 for 8. And then I will kick him in the knee with my talon. 17 for 9.
Sorry, I was distracted for a second. So the first one hit for 8. Second one, 15 hit for 8
15
more,
for
16. And then
And
9 more on
17 for
top of
9.
the 16 is enough to knock him down. And there's
Nice
like a
work.
collection of the synaptic energy around him, and then it explodes all around him in a 5-foot radius
draconian.
burst. 5 points of psychic damage to Caliban and Jeff. 13 intelligence save negates that damage.
Wow, I don't think I've done an intelligence save this whole thing.
Jeff makes it, takes no damage. Caliban fails it, takes 5 psychic.
Yep.
And anything else, Caliban? You see no other danger around?
I will fly straight up the rest of my movement. So I'll
Okay.
say I went down 10 feet, so I'll go up 40 to see if I see anything.
Okay. All right. You don't see anything, but Titus, you hear movement. You turn, you look to the south. you see a goblin come around the corner, different than the other ones. This thing has blades of pure psychic energy kind of springing out of its hands, extending and contracting. In a moment of contraction, it releases a burst of energy out of its hands, and a synaptic rend, centered basically by just north of Loam. So it's going to get everyone in the party with this.
Wow.
It's a 30-foot radius point. He sees sphere of psychic energy bursts all around the whole party. 12 psychic damage and incapacitated till the end of his next turn, unless you make a 13 intelligence save. If you make the 13 intelligence save, you only take 6 damage and you're not incapacitated.
Okay, I'm going to use my inspiration on this then.
Does it hit me?
No, you flew way up in the air, so you're out. I'm sorry, Califon.
I am also going to use my inspiration,
So
and I'm glad I did.
if you failed,
Okay.
make sure you put
Yeah.
the incapacitate marker on your guy.
Aldo's also going to use his inspiration on this.
Oh, you have to say it before you roll it.
Oh, okay.
6 damage.
Okay, that was him. Then we got a brawler going. Then, also from around the corner of the farmhouse that direction, comes another goblin. Titus, did you make your saving throw, 13 intelligence?
I barely made it because
Okay.
of my cloak and the fact that druids are for some reason proficient in intelligence saves.
Nice. Let's see. Aldo, did you fail it?
Yes, I did, but I'm pretty sure that I've got a feature saving throw. I got a 6. What was the save?
13.
For it? 13. I'm not going to be able to hit that with my. No. All right. I do have a new magical guidance. I'm going to spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll a check that failed. So I'm going to try that again.
Checks, not
Are you
saves.
sure that's ability? It says it's ability check, not saving throws.
Oh, okay. My apologies. All right. Then I am incapacitated.
Okay. The incapacitated marker, you're not prone, so you can take that off. The incapacitated marker looks like that. So if anyone else is incapacitated, make sure you get that marker on your guy, the one I just put on Aldo. So the goblin's going to go just past Titus and go for the incapacitated Aldo. Condition incapacitated is no actions or reactions, but you don't grant advantage. That's good. So you're just going to stay on Titus. You'll stay there. You'll move up to that point. You'll do a telekinetic shove on you, Titus. 13 strength check to negate. No problem.
Oh, yeah.
Then he will try and smash you with an unarmed strike. 17 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
6 bludgeoning, 4 psychic, and another unarmed strike. Ooh, it's wildly. Okay, after him comes Titus.
All right. We're going to do it right this time, and I'm going to summon the fire spirit as an action right there. And both those two get to make a dexterity save, DC 15, as the fire spirit appears. And it's 2d6, not 1d6 plus proficiency. That's the other teleport. Dexterity save negates.
Those are both your allies. Did you mean to do it on those two?
The 2 goblins?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was seeing someone measuring distances. I thought that's where you were targeting. I didn't even see you put down the token. Okay, goblins, they got dex saving throws. The one closest to you gets a 19. The one to the south, dex saving throw gets a 22.
All right. Well, that happened. And then what we're going to do is have the bonus action is he's going to fly on top of this goblin over here. And we're going to do a fiery teleport to get me away from them because that is not my job. And the goblin makes another dexterity save, DC 15.
DC 15, here we go.
And don't worry about it because it's fire successful save negates. So it
Okay.
takes nothing. But I'm not next to it, and that's important in a turn.
Aldo, your turn. Oh, you're incapacitated.
Aldo's incapacitated.
Yep, sorry about that.
Do I get a save at the end of my turn?
No, it lasts until the end of the goblin's next turn. Yeah, Loam, your turn.
Okay. Don't.
You're incapacitated. Sorry.
Here.
Gimbal, your turn.
Gimble's
Oh, I
going-
can move though. I can't take actions or reactions, but that means I can like stumble away. Would that be accurate?
I think that might be accurate.
It just says you can't take actions or reactions, so I would at least like try to stumble back.
Yep, you can definitely
This
move
way.
with your speed.
Yep.
Gimble's going to move to there and firebolt the glowing hands guy.
Okay, fire away. Ooh, nice shot.
22 for 15 fire damage. And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Then we got
Actually, I'm going to move back up to here and
Okay.
I find the house. Gimble's not a brief.
Then from out of hiding in the trees comes a goblin, rushes up to attack Jeff. Jeff, are you prone?
Yeah, he hit
He
me with
shoved you
the
down?
psychic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll come over here to attack you, Jeff, with a unarmed strike. 18 for 5 bludgeoning, 2 psychic, and 20 for 5 bludgeoning, 2 psychic. And then he will telekinetic shove Califon. Wait, you're way up in there, Califon. Never mind. That was it for him. That's into that turn. Rounds over. Jeff, you
Standing up. Bonus action disengage. Here, moving there and attack that guy.
remember standing up is half your move.
Oh shoot, that's right. I'm sorry. There. Nope. There. And yeah, attacking. I'll attack. Yeah, I'll attack the guy. I'll attack this guy, the goblin east of the building. Aha. So crit for 11.
This is the one due south of you, basically.
South of me. Yeah, due south.
Okay.
And 26 for 7. So
6 for 7. Got it. Okay.
and that is it.
Califon, your turn.
All right. Califon will move over here, staying at elevation. And then I'll strike the one that's injured. I'll strike the one that's injured.
Okay.
Right in front of me. I will do my scream too, and I'll miss wildly. 21 for 10. And I will drop down to 30 feet.
All right.
Well,
Commander, see if he
And I'm
recharges
done.
his synaptic. Randy does not. He's going to go and multi-attack. He's going to get 3 attacks. So these psychic blades that are in his hands, they elongate out to the size of daggers. Then he hurls the daggers. California, you on the ground level or up in the air?
I dropped 10, so 30
So
feet.
up in the air, 30 feet. Okay, he's going to hurl them at you. The first one is 12 to hit. That's a miss. Second one's a 17 to hit for 14 psychic and
It's
-1 to your next attack or save before the end of his next turn. And then one more shot does a 15 hit. It does 15 more psychic.
it does.
And now you're -3 on your next attack instead of just -1. And then after he's done those things, he's going to duck behind the building out of sight there. He's done. Then we got a brawler going. This brawler is going to sneak around the building over to here. Not really sneak, but move around the building. Sees Gimbal there. He's going to telekinetically shove you, Gimbal. 13 strength check to avoid being knocked prone. Then he's going to multi-attack. So down you go. His first unarmed strike. I'm sorry, you might have some
Wait,
things
hold on,
to stop
hold on.
that.
Tom, hold on. It's a check, correct? Not a save?
It is, yes.
Okay. I am going to use Built for Success to add a D4 to. Oh, I could do that on saves too. But either way, I'm going to do Built for Success on that. So it's a D4.
Nice.
Boom.
Okay, so you're still standing. The first attack is a 16 to hit you, and the second
Missed.
attack is a 14. He is done.
Missed.
Titus, your turn.
All right. Well, with this guy here, that makes me. Ugh. All right. Titus is going to move over, try to line up a shot with this individual here to produce some flame. 15.
15 hit.
All right. That'll be 2d8 fire.
That is enough. He collects electric static and explodes, doing 9 psychic damage to you, Gimbal, unless you make a 13 intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
You're good. What else, Titus?
All right. And then we will have the flame spirit hawk a flame seed over at this guy here.
That's a hit.
That should hit. And it does 1d6 plus proficiency for 7 points of fire damage.
Got it.
And it will go and tank. End of turn.
Aldo, your turn.
Aldo's gonna
That guy's
shake his
gone, so you're no longer
head.
incapacitated.
Yeah, he's gonna shake his head and be like, "What was that?" And he's gonna look up and only sees this one, and is going to drop a bonfire underneath him. Can I get a Dex 15 saving throw?
These guys are agile.
Rascal. And then he is going to I think I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn there.
After Aldo comes Loam.
Hey, Loam is going to sprint over 6 and attack with one strike. 20 something for 8.
Got it.
18 for 8.
Got it.
Offhand attack.
Ooh. Finished him.
23 for 10.
Finished him. He explodes. Bring him back. Doing 9 psychic to Loam, and if the spirit can take psychic, the spirit.
Yep.
DC 13 intelligence save negates. No damage if you make that save. Okay. Anything else, Loam?
He is God. Like
Look around for another one, but not seeing it.
All right, Gimbal, your turn.
Sorry, 1 second. My dog was sitting underneath my computer desk,
Yeah.
blowing ass, and I mean, it just stunk awful. And he just got up, and I was like, "Oh God, he's gonna go poop somewhere." So I had to tell my kids to get him outside before he shit on my floor. Okay, I am going to I'm going to move down here and firebolt the knife hand.
Okay.
So here I'm gonna need a ruling on this. First, I'm going to do another built for success to add a D4. So we'll see. All right, so now I am at 913, but I have this feature, and I just called Alchemical Savant, that when I cast a spell using my alchemist supplies as the spellcasting focus, which is what I'm doing because I have alchemist supplies now, I get a +3 bonus to one roll of the spell. That roll must restore hit points or be a damage roll that deals acid, fire, necrotic, or poison damage.
Yep.
So do I get to add 3 to that as well?
The
No,
attack
it's
roll.
to the damage or the healing, not to the attack roll of the spell.
Oh,
It's a roll of the spell that deals damage, not
or
the roll of spells
a
that hits.
damage roll. Oh my God, I feel like an idiot. I should have been adding that 3 all along.
It's
okay.
already built in on your token.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Well, look at you. You're on top of it. Okay. Sorry. Then in that case, I imagine a 13 is going to.
It does. You are correct. Okay. Anything else, Gimbal?
No.
Jeff, your turn.
I should have built for success, but I did. So I'm going to mark it down.
I've got to measure something real quick. Okay, I can make it. All right, I'm going to head down this way. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to bonus action hide. All right, 20, whatever,
He
21.
definitely does not see you coming.
All right, and then do I have to move? Can I attack him from here, or do I got to move
I
forward?
think you can see him in there.
So,
Ooh.
yeah, 30 for 16.
Okay.
And another one, 28 for, I'll trip them. I'll try to trip them. So 28 for 11.
Got the 11. You got a strength check roll of 21.
Dang it.
Okay,
All right.
after Jeff, Califon.
All right, I will move here, which is 25 movement. I will scream out something, and then I will fire my bow. 21 for 10,
10, got it.
and 15 for. Oh, no. It wasn't 21. It was 17 for 10.
That's a hit.
Just 17. Okay, because it was -4, and then 15 for 7.
15 is a miss.
Okay.
Okay, Commander's turn.
And I just have a question: is that those thingy things? Are those missiles or magic? Those daggers he was tossing at me.
Oh, they do psychic damage. They're not doing piercing damage.
So they're not. Okay, so I'm going to move back then.
Okay.
I was going to catch them if they were
Right.
daggers, but I'm
They're
Mhm.
real. Okay. He does not like the odds of getting away from here.
Smart goblin.
Yeah. He goes around the building to hide. I'm sure you guys will pursue. As soon as you close in on him, he's going to surrender. You can kill him or let him live. Your call.
I definitely think we should take him alive, guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You capture him alive.
What were you doing?
He tells you his name is Ulgart, and let's see how friendly he is toward you here. Goblin's captured. He initially is resistant to share information with you or to answer your questions any further than his name. You could try to charm him or persuade him or use intuition to get advantage on him. Who's your lead interrogator? What do you want to do?
Definitely not me.
I mean, I'd be happy to try to persuade this guy to talk to us.
I've got I'm a pretty persuasive person. That's how I've managed to get
Gimbal's +5.
number of investors in Gimbal's Potion Emporium that I have.
Anyone
I
beat?
got +6 in my persuasion.
Okay, you two
Oh,
can
well,
work
look
together
at
if you
you.
want.
Yeah, happy
Okay.
to.
Go to roll a persuasion, Aldo, with advantage.
And
Okay.
Titus will provide a
I think
guidance.
this is going to be the start of a beautiful partnership, Aldo.
I think so. I
Right.
think we're really gonna. Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
right. Yeah, you guys bamboozle this goblin. He's going to be one of your primary investors and answer your questions.
Just try this. Just try this food. This is.
Gimbal, roll a d4. Let me find out what he knows and can share with you. Roll a d4 for me, Gimbal.
You betcha.
The goblins are tasked, he says, with stealing shards of an ancient obelisk. They believe this obelisk has the power to destroy Phandalin.
Why do they want to destroy Phandalin?
Why not? You're human. Well, you're
I
not.
mean,
Neither are
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Neither's the bird guy.
I mean, they're not.
But there
so
are a lot
bad.
of humans here, is what I was saying.
That's valid.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So that's about all he can share with you. If you capture other ones, you might find different information out from them. That's about what he knows about what's happening here.
So they're stealing shards of an obelisk that will destroy Phandalin.
Yes.
So shards of this obelisk were used to make parts of the town?
Well, let's see. You know, the Miners' Exchange, they took a, quote, lucky stone.
Yeah.
You know they took something from the well, but you haven't asked anyone what the well had in it, so you don't know what it might have
Smashed
been.
up the well, yeah.
You have two other locations you know of that have been kind of analyzed, and that's the Shrine of Luck and the
Giants.
Sleeping Giant Tavern.
Giant Tavern.
Yeah. And what were they doing here, you ask? They were eating all the delicious apples.
That came from the orchard.
Yeah. He denies that they had captured anyone here. They were just eating the apples and scaring people away.
Do you know where the captured people are?
He shuts up. It looks like there's some sort of like overwhelming fear takes over him when you ask that, and he doesn't answer any more questions. If there's a way you can like magically coerce him, like charm or something like that, he might answer more.
All I can do is offer him cookies and try to make him comfortable.
Yeah. Despite Gimbal's claims, none of his potions actually will charm.
Yeah. Samesies. I just make a good cookie and can talk to you in a kind way around a campfire.
All right. So you can keep him tied up and imprisoned while you go look for more evidence. And if you find more goblins, other ones might impart different information to you. So where do you want to go now?
Let's go
in or the.
Should we check out the farmhouse that we came to check out?
Well, that's where we're at.
Yeah, I'll assume you do. Edermath is not there, but they're probably away just on traveling. Everything looks in place there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, did we check out what was it, the bar that?
No, we
the
haven't
Shrine
been
of
to
Luck and the Sleeping Giant Tavern.
We haven't been to the Sleeping Giant Tavern yet. Aldo's gonna hand a cookie to Jeff and give him the healing word.
Oh,
Here, look like you could eat something. 7 hit points.
So to the Sleeping Giant Tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Shrine of Luck's right on the way. Do you want to stop there on the way?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's right over here. So you kind of trudge through the back fields there behind a couple farmhouses, emerge in the town square at the Shrine of Luck. It's of course, like midnight now, so there's no one around. The whole town square is empty. The Sister Grail, who normally is here, Sister Grail, lives in this house, but she's probably asleep now. You can check out the Shrine of Luck, and you find there. Let's see here. The shrine looks kind of precarious now. Looks like there's been some stones that have fallen from the top of it. Picture the shrine.
Oh man.
Yeah, so definitely it looks like the capstone or stones near the capstone have been taken, and you find some goblin tracks around it. Really, there's not much more to find here unless you came back during the day and questioned townspeople who might have seen something, or you could go wake up. You could wake up the Sister Grail if you wanted to. It's about midnight right now. Or you could go onto the Sleeping Giant Tavern. Definitely the goblins took something from the shrine, though. You can tell that.
Yeah.
I would say let's check out the Sleeping Tavern and then come back.
Structurally, are we concerned about this tumbling down?
Well, it's not going to do a lot of damage to anything. It certainly is not super stable.
Okay. But do we need to put caution tape across it and make sure safe hard hat zone?
You should be okay.
Okay.
All
Yeah, let's
right.
go check out the Sleeping Giant Inn. I'm sure that that's
Sleeping
still
Giant
open.
Tavern is all the way
Or
over here. The sign of your, Tavern is all the way
or
over here. The site of your showdown with the red brands before. You go inside the tavern, and there are just a few local patrons there who, of course, ask you all sorts of questions about what's been going on, what you find, etc. Other than that, their place is mostly quiet. The bar itself, though, is in shambles. The wood is smashed to splinters, and the top is split in half. There is a tall tiefling working behind the broken counter, the new owner of the giant tavern since you ran out the red brand owner. And that tiefling is diligently cleaning some mugs and plates and greets you. Says, what can I help you with? And you can't help but notice there's some graffiti on this thing. So you can see what you see here.
oh no,
Ah, yes, Zors.
what a jerk! It looks like y'all had a party.
Yeah. You can look around all you want. You're working for that Harbin guy, right?
We are duly appointed. There are two members of our party that are duly appointed
Well, you know he's an
deputies.
idiot, don't you?
Well, we're actually all appointed deputies. We just are the ones who accepted it.
Oh,
And
okay.
yes, we are aware that he's
Yeah.
an idiot.
All right. Well, you can look around all you want, and the tiefling kind of gets out of your way, and you can investigate the bar. It's in splinters. Also, the tavern's lockbox has been broken open and looted. There are crudely carved pieces of graffiti under the counter. The legible parts of the graffiti read Zor's WS here. The tiefling says, "Would you guys like a drink for your efforts?"
Mhm.
I don't drink.
I mean, I don't think I've ever turned down a drink.
Very
Is
good.
there a kitchen here?
There is. So the
What kind of
tiefling
smells are coming out of it?
pours a drink in a clean mug, fills it to the brim. Before handing it to you, Tiefling moves to tap the mug against the counter, only to stop mid-motion and blush sheepishly, saying there used to be a large shard of black stone embedded in this counter, but it's been missing ever since the raid occurred.
Mm.
It supposedly brought good luck. Every time we served a drink, we'd tap the mug against the stone.
And
Bad
that
fortune now, that's for sure. Maybe you don't want this drink after all, but if you do, it's yours.
I do. So as I pick it up and take a big sip, I'm like, that used to be right there, and it got taken last
Yeah.
night.
And you can all make an insight check for me, please. 19. The tiefling's keeping something back, Titus. Something related to that stone.
Oh, that sounds like such an interesting stone. I'm sure there's more to the story.
Well, I guess maybe it's good that it's gone. I mean, even though it was good luck, and the tiefling does air quotes to that, a lot of our patrons complained about getting headaches if they drank it. And there was a kind of an oily, slick iridescence in the drinks that I'd tap against that stone.
That's an
That
awkward
sounds
thing
like
to happen.
sounds like some form of alchemy. And
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
he'll like move his head slightly towards the auto gnome.
Yeah, no alchemy that I'm aware of, but I'm constantly remembering stuff that I used to know. So who knows? Maybe you're right.
Well, I wasn't here when the raid happened, but Grista, and the tiefling points to a dwarven cook, was here as the dwarf comes out of the kitchen. Although there's really no kitchen shown on the map. Assume it's the area around the fireplace. Grista says, "Yeah, I woke up to the sound of wood being shattered. When there's an upstairs, not shown on the map, that's right. When I climbed downstairs, I saw a group of 5 goblins destroying the bar and ransacking the kitchen. I thought they were misbehaving children at first due to their stature, but then I noticed their long, flat ears and sharpened teeth, and they all had weapons. They didn't take any food, though. They just destroyed the bar, and then I chased them from the bar with a broom. And when I did, several of them fled through the fireplace and climbed up the chimney."
Through the fireplace.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't burning then. It was late at night.
Apparently,
it-
they must also too be Jeffs.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
goblin tactic.
It is a goblin tactic. Chef comes by it honestly. When they fled, they dropped the bag of oh no.
So
Yeah.
is the fireplace burning right now?
It's burning
I would
now,
imagine. It's nighttime.
It's burning now.
All right. So they took a chunk of black rock out of the bar here,
Right.
and they escaped through the fireplace.
Yep.
Can I look at Loam and I'm like, do you think you could see where they went from up above the fireplace? Can you climb or fly? Or no? I guess. I don't know. Could you go take a look up there, Califon? See if you
I
could
can
see anything
absolutely.
on the
Yeah.
top of this bar. See if you could
Yeah.
see a trail of broken bottles or what have you.
All right, Califon, you fly up to the roof and you find a dropped bag of coins on the roof. They must have dropped it when they were fleeing.
Hmm.
Also in the bag of coins are a pair of boots and a potion vial. The grand total is 10 gold, 14 silver, 17 copper. Potion is a potion of watchful rest, which is a common item that lets you basically act like an elf, where you stay awake while you're resting. And then the boots are boots of elven kind. But up on the roof, you don't find any other signs.
All right. That's perfect. I will bring the bag down to the party and distribute it amongst them.
All right. All the other research you do here and investigating, you don't find anything. So you still have the shrine. You still have the goblins that headed south for the miners' exchange.
Well, that's, I guess, the only direction we know of that goblins went with people, right?
You may or may not have more clues that you could share with the dwarf back at Stonehill Inn.
Didn't we already look at the shrine?
We
You
looked
did.
at it, but
Yeah.
You did, and you could tell the goblins took
We don't
something, but you couldn't
know enough
talk to any witnesses that might have seen what
details.
happened
Oh, okay.
because it was midnight, and it's still midnight or 1 in the morning.
Should we be concerned about the people that were taken?
Uh-huh.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think we should go south. We already
I think-
rescued the
but-
people taken, right?
Oh no. No.
No,
No?
I don't think we've rescued
Never
anybody
arrested
taken
anyone.
yet. No.
Oh,
Okay.
Do we want to go try to track them down in the dark, or do we want to wait till daylight?
yeah. I would say wait until daylight, then we could talk to the sister and
Yeah, and then
track.
Okay. You saw them flee to the south that day. So if you wait till daylight, they might be gone. You want to wait till daylight?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
No?
Not if they'll be
Yeah.
gone.
Okay.
I also don't want to take any chances of what they could do to those people between now and then.
Okay. So you'll go
Long
south and
time.
follow the tracks to the south?
Yep.
All
That's
right.
good.
So then it's you two.
Before we head out, or I guess on the way, Titus will cast an aura of vitality,
Okay.
and let's heal some people up.
Okay. I
So-
just moved you, so you're all right. He's back on the layer. You can see. You're all right there. So you guys can heal up.
All right. So we'll start with, I think. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit closer so I can see names. All right, Jeff. Jeff gets
yes, sir.
10,
Nice work.
and then
Nice
we'll go
work.
to Califon, and Califon gets 7, and Gimbal gets 11.
Nice.
Titus
more than I needed.
gets 4.
That sucks for.
All right, and then we've got another one for Jeff, 7,
Excellent.
and
Perfect.
another one for Loam, 10,
Excellent.
and another one for Califon, 8. Let me count. I've got 3 more, and let's see, another one for Titus, another one for Titus. All right, Califon is going to get the last one. Boom, there you
Oh,
go.
perfect.
Nice work.
I don't know if it's perfect, but it's better than we were.
47 out of 48. Pretty perfect to me.
All right. You are going south through the forest, tracking the goblins. You see a clearing up ahead.
And as we move through the forest, Titus will shake the druid stick and allow us to pass without any traces.
All right. So you come to a clearing up
Nice
ahead.
work.
You can see campfires burning. And does anyone want to sneak ahead to see if they can see what's going on without being seen?
Jeff will definitely sneak
Okay,
ahead.
Jeff. You can kind of reconnoiter the whole clearing for the group and map the whole thing. It's a little camp of sorts that the goblins have set up. Looks like they
How
might have
long-
done multiple raids from here. There
How long-
is
How long has it been? Sorry.
like since when?
Since the fight with the goblins by the farmhouse.
About 2 hours.
Okay, the fire spirit is no longer with us.
So you see a fire here and a fire here, and you see 2 goblins by the fire to the north. There are 4 tents. There might be goblins in any of those tents. They're only big enough though for 1 goblin each. And then you can report back to the party.
Will do. How do you want to do this, guy?
I want to approximately 5 minutes before we're ready to attack, drink a potion. So just make sure to let me know when we're ready to attack.
Consider it done if it's 5 minutes before.
Yeah.
What potion are you drinking?
My experimental elixir that
Plus
will
AC.
make me more resilient and increase my armor class.
Nice.
I can make a cloud of pies. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Love it.
You also can get a drop on them, probably. Any of you who wants to make a stealth check, and you're going to be pretty good at these, can pretty much set up anywhere you want to set up. Like you can sneak right up to the tents, basically. Anyone who does not want to have to make a stealth check to avoid surprise would have to be back, basically all the way back at the edge of the trail back here. So
Gimbal will, but Gimbal's kind of clanky. So even with Pass Without a Trace, probably better to...
Right. If any of you alerts them, that'd be bad news. But yeah, if you stay back there, you won't have a chance. Gimbal level over. If anyone wants to, they can get as close as they want.
19 with the Pass Without Trace.
Titus will stay with the...
Yeah, don't make any checks yet. I'm saying
Oh.
if you want to get close, you can set up close. But once everyone's set up, then we'll do a move silently check. And if any of you trigger it, it won't be a surprise.
Titus will remind you that you need to be within 30 feet of them.
Now, I've always wondered, is that when you cast the spell, or is that you got to stay within 30 feet of it?
We'll say the latter.
I'm
hoping that they fix that in...
Yeah, have some more clarity. I've always thought of it as like a bubble around the caster. I'm going to move forward. I was going to get just right about there.
And although you can't really be stealthy with your spirit guardians going, so if you want to have it going.
Oh, I know. I'm not planning
back.
on popping it until the
got it.
Till I see the whites of their eyes.
Gotcha. Okay. Everyone happy where they're at? Although you're far enough forward, you'd have to make a stealth check. Do you want to? If not, you need to be back by where Gimbal is, within 2 squares of Gimbal, or 1 square.
I think I'm okay trying to do a stealth check.
Everyone make a stealth check except Gimbal. You all get plus 10. It's gonna be really hard to fail this, unless you have like a negative stealth check.
Titus tried really hard to fail it. Thanks, Tom.
I got a 16. Although got a 16.
All you had to do is beat a 12. Thank you all.
I had 19.
Okay, so there will be a surprise round. Everyone roll initiative.
There will or will not be a surprise
There
round.
will be a surprise round.
All right.
What'd you get, Titus?
7.
7. All right. First act is Jeff.
All right. Now, do I have to hide?
No. You already were hidden.
Already. Okay. So then I will, I guess, take a step forward and short bow the northern guy.
24 hit.
24 for, we'll throw a menacing attack on there. So 24 for 16.
Got it. And he's not menaced.
All right. Then I'll attack again. 16 for, I'll try that again. 14.
Also not menaced.
Good
And barely
God.
alive. Finish your move where you want, Jeff.
And then, yeah. I'll stay here.
Aldo, your turn.
Aldo is going to. Can I pop a create bonfire underneath the two of them?
No, you have to.
Okay. Then Aldo is going to move forward, and I'm going to start juggling pies, and as my action, and then that is going to be my turn. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
After Aldo, Califon.
Right? So you saw me, so I can go in your pie storm, right?
Yeah. Y'all are all clear to come play.
Okay.
My,
All right. I'll walk over here and wreak havoc with two-handed longsword on the one on the bottom. 9 for 9. That's a miss. Do you get advantage when you surprise them?
No, only if you were hidden from them.
All right. 23 for 14.
23 is definitely a hit.
And
14. The one to your west? East?
No, due south.
Southeast. Okay.
And then, southeast, yep. And then I will talon the other one in the groin, the one to the north. Does a 3 hit?
No.
Or, sorry, 9?
No.
For
Sorry.
7?
Nope.
All right. I like it when I call my shots. I always
After you is Loam.
Loam comes out of the trees, We're going to go for the one that's furthest south. We're going to shoot 2 arrows at it. 15 to hit.
That is a hit.
Or 10.
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry.
18.
You ignore cover? You don't, right?
No.
Okay, so the 15 missed. 18 hit, did 12, right?
Yep.
All right.
Done.
After Loam comes Gimbal.
Okay. Gimbal is going to move down to there. And then Gimbal is going to holler at Aldo, watch this. And this is Gimbal's flaming plasma sphere.
What?
Pendant.
That sounds amazing.
And he is going to
Branding.
throw a vial that explodes in a plasma sphere, and then using magnetic waves based on formula carved into his hand, he's going to form it into a sphere and place it right on top of one of these 2 goblins. And let me.
The north or the south?
We will do. Oh, we'll just do this one because he's
One to
almost
the
dead.
north. Dex saving throw. Got it. Ooh, you made it. But it's only half, even if he makes it, and that is enough to kill him. All right, Gimbal. Anything else?
No. Other than letting Aldo know that this is just one of the many amazing inventions of Gimbal's Potion Emporium.
Your turn.
Aldo's actively
Your turn,
clapping.
Titus.
All right. Well, Titus will look and see. Well, I don't see the prisoners. Maybe we might want to take one alive for questioning.
Well, we think there's
And
more
then,
tents, right?
and then looks at the pies and kind of shrugs.
Not a bad idea.
Titus will just come down to here, and because I'm unable to get close enough to the goblin without being next to the flaming sphere to do a melee, so we will just do a produce flame at the next goblin that looks menacing. End of turn.
After you. That's into that round. And Jeff, your turn.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I skipped that goblin after Aldo cast your spell. I did. So he would have been in your spell, Aldo, unless you drop it right before his turn.
I would drop it.
You want to drop it? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
if there's concern of this being the last goblin.
Jeff, your turn.
Okay, I'll go around the back.
Well, the goblin also has to take the fire damage from the spear
that's right.
too.
Unless you drop that, Gimbal.
What? Wait, why? Sorry, is somebody wanting to walk into the fire sphere?
You have
is it
one
within-
goblin that Titus says he wants to take alive. He will die unless you drop your
there's
spell.
only one. Yeah, no, then I'll close my fist and cause the magnetic waves to suffocate the fire spirit.
Okay, Jeff, your turn.
So this will be. I'll pull out my rapier and non-lethal. My rapier. There we go. 14 for 7.
14 missed.
All right. So again. Oh, there we go.
You got him. You drop him. There are tents that you haven't explored, so there might be more goblins around that are about to emerge from those tents. Do you want to move anywhere, Jeff?
I don't think I can. I think I have like 5 feet of
Okay,
left.
Aldo, your turn.
Aldo's gonna look at the dead goblin and was like, "Well, I thought we were keeping him alive." No,
He's alive.
No.
You just knocked him out.
Yeah, he's alive. He's alive.
Oh, okay, awesome. Then I'm gonna go start like poking my head into this tent.
Okay,
and,
that one's up.
Then I'm gonna go just kind of root around over here, see if I can see anything.
There's a
in this
goblin
one.
in that tent getting to his feet.
Oh, hey, we got one over here, and I'm going to as he's getting onto his feet, I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna go ahead and, since I dropped that, I'll create a bonfire underneath him and start burning him inside his little tent.
He somehow rolls out of it.
Oof.
And
All right.
then Califon, your turn.
I think I have my back to that, and I look into this one.
Nothing in there.
All right, then I see this hubbub down there. I move down to next to. Can I reach into the tent? The guy that's dodged the bonfire.
Yes, definitely. And he'll still be prone for your attack because he hasn't gone.
All right. I feel like maybe one goblin's not enough, so I'm gonna be slapping him around with the side of this longsword.
Gotcha.
25 for 8.
That's a hit.
15 for 6.
15's a miss.
Right, and then I'll stomp on his face with the talon. if he's on the ground.
That's a hit.
17 for 6 bludgeoning.
Got it.
So it's like one of those secretary birds trying to kill the snake. I'm just like stomping in the little tent.
Okay, he gets up. Aldo's blocking his way out of the tent, so he's going to hot foot it around the fire. He will, let's see here. He'll do a synaptic rend 30 feet north of the center point between Califon and Aldo, or 25 feet north of that. So that'll get 6. It's going to get Loam, Titus. It's going to get everyone except for Gimbal.
Is he
Everyone-
shredding the tent?
Everyone except Gimbal. What was that?
Is he shredding the tent so I can see him?
No, he's not shredding the tents. So this is centered. 6. So it's centered right centering the spell. It's a 30-foot radius.
I'm going to use my inspiration, Tom.
14 or 17 psychic and incapacitated. 13 intelligence save. Make sure you put your incapacitated marker on if you fail. After he does that, he's got to make a dex save, right? Or does he automatically take the damage if he stays there, Aldo?
He will automatically,
All right.
or he does the dex, another dex
It's
save,
a dex save,
to
okay.
take the damage. Yeah.
So he's hot-footed around and he dodges the fire. And yeah, that's it for him. Okay, Loam, your turn.
I'm going to shoot at the guy in the fire.
All right. That's a hit.
So 14 points of damage.
Got it. 15's a miss.
And 15's a miss.
Okay.
Done.
After Loam, Gimbal.
Gimbal's going to move. Do Flaming Sphere stack? Probably not.
That's not a flaming sphere. That's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bonfire.
Would a Flaming Sphere stack with a bonfire?
Yeah.
Then Gimbal's Flaming Plasma Sphere. And let me get you a token for that, and I'll click on it.
All right. In turn at 5 feet. Bonus to move 30 feet. If ram into creature, deal damage and stop moving this turn. Vacant space. In turn, you get a save. Bonus if ram into creature, deal damage and stop moving this turn.
Well, can I put it here and then ram it into him?
I think this not through the tent, but you can put it on him in the tent. Oh, is it vacant space? It's vacant space. Okay. That's not going to work too well. He's inside a tent.
Well, is there an opening to the tent?
Where Aldo's standing, yeah.
And is the tent made of cloth?
It's made of canvas. Probably won't burn real fast.
Oh, really?
I mean, you can start lighting it on fire.
No, I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to... Can I see him from where I'm standing?
Yep, he's got cover.
I'll ignore cover. So, Firebolt.
That's a hit. 13 fire damage.
Yep, and he said it was already.
Okay, and then out of the initiative, after Gimbal
Can
comes
I
Titus.
Could I have taken my reaction to
Yes.
hit a goblin before my turn?
Yeah,
That'll be 20.
that'll hit.
All right. Mean goblin takes 13 points of fire.
Whew, burned alive. Now it's your
All
turn.
right. Well, Titus, I don't think I can get there.
Oh, I forgot. This guy was
Because-
in the area of the effect of that spell, so he
Oh, that's so mean that dude killed his own guy.
that is pretty bad.
Oh, you take this one live.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think I can get there. So 10, 10. And Titus is going to bite this dude.
Okay.
And as Titus's mouth opens and fiery fangs emerge to take a bite out of this person, I will use my inspiration. Oh, good inspiration. Good
Nice.
inspiration.
You knock him unconscious.
Yes, there you go. 6 points of acid as my teeth go back.
I
but
assume
I
you
make
drop
him
the
unconscious.
bonfire, Aldo?
Yes, I would.
All right. And then, right after Titus, comes the last of the goblins. Stepping out of this tent.
Now they're going to kill their friend.
Let's see here. He will do first up there. This is going to get everyone in the party except Gimbal in a synaptic rend. 11 psychic damage to everyone except Gimbal. 13 intelligence save for half. No, it is an intelligence save, but still even at half. Oh, but he resists. So 13 is 12. 12 is 6. Half of 6 is 3. Oh, wow. But he's already at 0. So this guy dies in the tent
No.
and explodes, hitting
Oh,
Titus
gross.
and Aldo and Califon with a mental burst, doing 11 more psychic damage to the 3 of you. 13 intelligence save negates that.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah, these dice aren't swingy at all.
Hmm.
Okay, that was his synaptic static, and then he doesn't like the looks of things. He's going to start backing up, at least get some cover behind his tent. That's it for his turn. And then Jeff, your turn.
Oh, we're going to have to...
Oh, I'm incapacitated.
Aldo, your turn.
I'm also doubly incapacitated over
Califon,
here.
your turn.
I'll run down here and beat his ass. All right.
Hit.
20, 25 for 15. I'm going to expend a key point and stun him.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. Not stunned. Oh, no, it's con save. Con saving throw. Stunned.
All right. And then that is. All right. I'm just going to hit him again on non-lethal. 20 for 12.
Got it.
And then I will talon him in the groin. 21 for 5 non-lethal. And that's it. And I will indicate with pause that he is stunned.
All right. Califon stunned. Loam, your turn. Incapacitated Loam.
Correct. Yep.
Gimbal, your turn.
Now, Gimbal is going to cast
There
Gimbal's Flaming Sphere.
you go.
He'll just do it right there and then
Wait.
ram it right up this goblin's ass.
Gimb, are you ever going to learn Gimbal?
But
Never mind. You put it here. You hit the goblin with it. Let's see. Click that button for me. I think he gets a dex save, which he doesn't get when he's stunned.
I think it automatically fails, right?
Right. Okay, so he takes 5 fire damage. Nice. What else, Gimbal?
yeah, no, that's it.
That's it. Titus, you incapacitated?
Titus is incapacitated and will move at least towards him.
Okay, commander's stunned, so doesn't get to do anything. But he does take damage from the fire that he is adjacent to. Give me some more fire damage, Gimbal. 8 more fire. And then, Jeff, your turn. Oh, and I need to recharge.
Incapac-
You will have it.
Does that incapacitation last just until the end of his turn, or
Only until the end of his turn. Correct. So you should be
Okay.
3 now.
It's a monk stun, right?
Pretty much like that.
Then it's until the end of the monk's turn.
Oh, no, I was talking about
No,
Jeff's incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Jeff is no longer incapacitated.
okay?
The
so-
goblin is still stunned.
well, I'm going to try to hide bonus action hide where I would have to do that so that he doesn't see me.
He's stunned.
Oh yeah. Well then, cool. I can get to. Can I attack him from there?
Yes, you may. Yep.
All right, and we'll rapier non-lethal 18 for 8. Throw a what's it called? Fury of the Small on there. So another 3, and then
Don't think you can do Fury of the Small on him.
oh shoot, no, I can't. I forgot he was small. Also, you're right. So that's 8, and then 22 for another 6 non-lethal.
6. Okay. All right. After Jeff comes Aldo.
Aldo is going to also step forward. How beat up is this goblin looking? He's looking pretty
Really bad. Really bad.
pretty worn down.
Really
All
bad.
right, I'm gonna walk up and try to bonk him over the head with my cleaver, the butt of my hilt, non-lethal.
14. Is that your modified roll? That's a miss. No, he's stunned. You get the advantage.
Oh yeah.
Still missed. After
Yeah.
Aldo. You want to end your turn there? It's very, very hot.
I don't.
Flaming
I'm
ball of
feeling
fire
that.
there.
I definitely appreciate the fire, but I'm gonna step back.
Okay, Califon, your turn.
Yeah, I'm just going to slap him with the side of my longsword.
16 hit. 13 knocks him unconscious.
Drop that. Yeah.
All right. You guys are victorious. You have also another prisoner who can tell you another bit of information after you coerce him. Roll a d4 for me, please, Califon. He tells you the goblins have been sowing chaos in town beyond just taking the shards because it's their first time away from their home and they're enjoying their freedom.
Where's your home?
He gets very fearful and shuts up. Okay, that is all you find there. You do find some treasure on them. You find a chromatic rose, white. That's a rare item. That's consumable. And you got the wand. That is it.
Oh yeah. What about? Did we find people in the?
No people. Nope. You do find tracks of goblins leading away, though. So they definitely have taken the people away from here. So this looks like a base they had been using off and on. And there's tracks leading to the east up into the Sword Mountains. So you can head back into town and get a long rest. You've explored everything. You can share all your clues and see if anyone can help you decipher them. What clues do you think you have? I will give bonus XP to someone who can tell me one clue.
We
That they
need to
are,
go into the mountains.
looking for shards.
Looking for
That
shards.
have the power to destroy Phandalin.
Yeah.
Any idea
Black.
the name of where they came from?
Where
The
we-
rest,
Rest. That's part of it.
They're goblins.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the that stone at the inn giving people headaches and the iridescent color on the
The drinks that tapped at. So they're collecting these different stones that are made out of black stone that apparently historically they were spread around town, or at least we can confirm one of them. I mean, we can assume that's what they're looking for potentially. If that was
did any
what
of them
was
leave any
making the
writing anywhere?
lucky.
Yeah, and they're trying to
was-
rebuild an
there
obelisk,
was-
right?
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
Riz.
Zors was here.
Yeah, right. Okay. So
Well-
you can share, you're looking for rest. They left that, you don't know who Zor's is, but you can share that with the dwarf. Basically, you guys all return back to the inn, share all your stories, share the stories with the innkeeper. In the morning, you can quiz Grail about the Shrine of Luck. You have tracks that lead off into the mountains. The dwarf is going to research everything she can that night about everything you've shared with her and see if she can give you any more clues besides just trying to follow the tracks west or east into the mountains. She's hoping she can come up with something. The next
Can
day,
we also go north in the well? Was that now that we've cleared
not
the
really,
way?
because
Okay.
I mean you can, but you don't know. There's no tracks to follow.
Okay.
So there's a river cave.
Yeah.
If it branches or anything like that, or if it comes up
Yeah,
into
we
the
wouldn't
above
know
ground,
which way to go.
then
That
you
makes
won't necessarily know
sense.
which way.
Okay.
But the Shrine of Luck, they tell you the next morning when you talk to them. They're visiting the shrine to make their weekly offering to Timora, only to see the shrine suddenly cave in. They saw 3 squat shadows hurrying away from the shrine after it fell. One of them swears she also heard a gaggle of shrill voices just before it fell. Though she didn't understand the language the voices were speaking, based on how the stones fell, Tamara figures that someone must have taken the centerpiece of the shrine's rock archway without replacing it. She remarks that it was a very pretty, shimmery black color. Okay, so the dwarf now in her research of everything you found. So Gwen knows a wealth of info about the history of the wilds around Phandalin, and she specializes in knowledge about empires of the past.
What do we know about these black rocks? Why are they spread around?
She tells you that there is an ancient Duergar site nearby here called Zorzula's Rest, and that sounds a little bit like the names you've told her. And she can tell you roughly where it's at. See, the goblins looking for black stones. She doesn't know why they'd be searching for that. She's worried, obviously. She urges you to head to maybe Zorzula's Rest and see if there's any signs of the goblins there, and she can give you directions to where that's at in the mountains to the east. So
And it was a Durgar stronghold.
there's a Duergar stronghold, evil dwarves. Zorzula was a leader of these dwarves, and Zorzula's Rest was his home base.
Can I ask somebody at the inn if there was any a black stone on this well that got damaged?
When you ask around, you can eventually find someone who remembers the axle stone, basically, and there was a black shard embedded in it.
Okay.
And it's gone.
And I imagine if we went and asked around at the miner's place, we might hear something similar about that cornerstone.
You already did. Yeah, they told you right away there's a luck stone there.
Yeah.
So you have the tracks leading away from the goblin camp that leads east into the mountains. You have Zorzula's Rest in the mountains. You can either head straight to Zorzula's Rest without trying to track anything, and you get there much faster, obviously. Or you can try and track the goblins into the mountains, just in case they weren't heading to Zorzula's Rest. And that's what we'll pick up next time. And so we got some treasure to split up for this time. And you'll get a long rest before next time. So treasure.
Level up, yes, no.
What was that?
Will we level up?
You can level up to level 6 for next time. Okay.
Thanks.
Treasure. You have found wand of binding, a chromatic rose, and it's a white chromatic rose. And it gives you like resistance to cold up to a certain limit before it basically is used up. Or a one-time effectively cold cone that you can use it for. Various coins, which I'll summarize for you in a separate email at the end. A potion of watchful rest. Boots of Elvenkind. And that was it. Okay, so anyone who wants any of those items, roll a straight d20. Just /r space d20.
How many permits do we get at level 6?
At level 5 or 6, you get 3 permanents.
Oh, okay.
And level 6, you get six consumables. And the rose is consumable, and the potion is consumable. Okay, has everyone who might want any of those rolled? There we go. Everyone's rolled. So Gimbal, your first pick.
What does the Wand of Binding do again?
You can look it up, but it's basically like a hold person or hold monster.
Okay, I'm going to do the Wand of Binding.
Okay.
Wait, let me make sure I can actually use the Wand of Binding.
You can. It's any spellcaster.
Oh, well then, yes, I'm going to do Wand of Binding.
Yep. Okay, then we got Califon and Titus tied. Califon rolls a 13 for a second roll. Titus, go to...
Titus will let Califon have it.
Okay, Califon, what would you like?
The potion and the watchful rest.
Watchful rest for Califon. And
It
Titus.
sounds very monkey.
Nope. All good. Titus is all good.
Titus is all good. Who's next? Jeff.
Take those boots.
That's for Jeff. And looks like Loam. Loam. The last thing left is the chromatic rose. Would you like that? You're muted if you don't.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'll take the
Take the rose. All right.
cold resistance.
Okay. And if any of you are trying to keep your characters AL legal, none of those are actually in the AL part of the adventure. So there actually is no AL treasure for this section. Although I will double check the conversion guide and make sure they had it added in. And I'll list that when I send you a summary of what all the gold was too. All right. That's it. Thanks for playing, guys.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks,
Good
Tom.
time.
Appreciate the fun
Excellent.
session, Tom.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Yep, thank you, Tom.
Bye.
Have a great night.